What's going on, fuck faces?
Yo, what's up, fuck faces?
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
I can't believe
What's
it.
up, big dog?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, gentlemen?
This is episode number
Siete.
Say it again.
How do
Siete.
you
How you spell that?
I don't know.
I'm not too good with my
All right.
Spanish.
Me neither, man.
Episode number 7 of the Stix
Hello.
Dman Podcast. We are here right now with our special guest,
First guess.
Damn,
first
special.
guest of the fucking podcast,
Sheesh.
Damn.
Mr. Joseph Ybarra.
My man. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, guys.
Social
it's an honor,
security
man.
number is
Date of birth
is
Date of birth.
man. Thank you, guys. This is dope. This is a dope setup. I appreciate you guys
Yeah,
bringing me
man.
on, man. This
Yeah.
is palms are sweaty. This is nice.
Yeah. It's hot as fuck today.
Nah, it's cool in here. This
It's
feels nice.
fucking hot.
It
Like
is-
everybody's ball sack is glued to the side of their fucking leg, including the ladies,
Oh, yeah.
including the fucking ladies.
Hell yeah, this is dope, you guys.
What's
this is
the-
fucking dope,
What's the word, bro? What's the latest with you?
So what's going on?
man, bro. You know, just surviving, man. Trying to stay healthy. You know, I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot. Obviously, you know, we got a lot going on. You guys touched on it on your last episode. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, just taking care of the family, man. You know, I got my little boy that's growing very rapidly right now.
Oh yeah. And if he has your height, bro,
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow.
gonna double it. Yeah, he's
Yeah?
a big boy.
Oh, wow.
Big boy.
he's a white boy.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a
don't
white
fuck
boy.
He's a
around.
white boy.
Yeah.
He's a blonde-haired white boy, tall, skinny little white boy. You know,
That's it, bro. Good
Stretching.
credit, automatically good credit. Born that way.
700 or 750.
I love it, man. Nah, man, just you know, yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, man. So just
Oh,
you
it's
know,
nice.
just kind of staying low key right now, and
Okay.
yeah, just dibble dabbling in some stock options, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, just trying to keep my mind busy right now, you know.
Yes, sir. Before we tap into that,
Uh-oh.
give the people a little background about yourself, just so they could get familiar with you and get to know Mr. Joseph Ybarra.
Man,
Like,
well,
where were you born?
I was born in the United States of America.
Duh, Steve. He
No,
cannot.
you
He can't
fucking
say where
weren't,
he was
bro.
born, bro. Why you try to put him on the spot like
Born in
that?
Puerto Rico.
If you need me to show some identification, Steve, I got you, bro.
And your social.
Nah, man,
There's
I'm from LA. I was actually born in South Pasadena, technically at Huntington Memorial Hospital, to get real in depth in
Oh,
it.
there you go.
But
Cool.
born and raised in El Sereno, man. You know, so
Yeah.
little Northeast LA community.
Okay.
You know, kind of just did my thing. Grew up there, man. Went to Wilson High School.
Oh,
you know.
okay.
I don't know if you guys know anybody from there, but
Mueller.
Probably did.
yeah, probably
Not
did.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Back in
Yeah.
the 70s.
Things
Back in the
changed.
70s.
Yeah.
Bro, just graduated. Damn, I'm going about like 10 years ago.
Holy shit.
I know.
Damn.
It's
Thug
kind of
life.
scary.
Why
Thug life, man.
why
You
you doing that?
You got a son now.
Jesus Christ!
Life just flashed.
Thinking
right before
about that
your
right now is like, god damn, a decade ago. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You're gonna blink and then it's gonna be like your son's gonna be 15, bro. And then that's it.
Ya estuvo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Just the thought of that scares me because he's like, I mean, the past 5 years itself, he's 4 going on 5. It's like it's been going on like quick, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
quick. So, yeah, man. As about like this beginning of the year, I was like really like doing sales and in retail management and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was part of a beautiful cannabis company, MedMen, but it's, it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, we kind of broke ties.
Gotcha.
So since then, man, I just, it's allowed me, obviously coronavirus happened and all that stuff like that. And it gave me a lot of time to, do stuff that I've always wanted to do, bro. Yeah. And
Like
so,
what?
man, to be honest, like get more familiar with with the stock market, get more familiar with real estate information, get more,
shit.
just familiar with kind of what I want to do with my life.
Trying to
You
get
know
out
what
of the
I'm saying?
hood. Get that information.
Yeah, bro. To be honest with you, I mean, coming from a little Latino community and everything like that, you don't really get exposed to that type of stuff, you
Right.
know.
Off the bat, yeah.
So, lo and behold, Twitter was actually my place where I found out a lot of information.
Oh,
Bro,
really?
I'm telling
Wow.
you, bro,
I don't
Twitter got
have I don't
all
have a
the
Twitter, man. So I
So
gotta,
that's
gotta
two
get it,
times
bro.
that's came up already. You
Yeah.
need to get a Twitter.
That's how I
that's
found out about the stimulus check, bro.
damn.
That's how I found out about
I guess
everything.
I have to get a Twitter.
That's how I found out about my third kid.
Oh,
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
yeah.
So
I'm just
Steve,
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
nah,
Well,
bro,
hey,
but it's crazy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck the Raiders, guys.
Oh, Dad, here we go. Finally, an interesting conversation. No, nah.
So wait, hold on. So I know. You're football? You're like.
No,
who's your
not
team?
at all, bro. I got no team whatsoever. I don't watch football.
So you just
bro.
fuck the Raiders, right?
But let's ask this question.
fuck
But
the Raiders.
if you would want
popped
to,
in my head. And just
but if you would want to pick a football team, what team would you pick?
the Lakers.
No, football.
Good answer.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
What about you, my man? Who's your
I'm
team?
an LA Rams fan, bro.
Okay.
I've been a Rams fan since I started knowing about football. Obviously, they were in St. Louis, but once they came to LA, I mean, it was a better, comfortable feeling.
Yeah, it's nice to have a team here in LA.
Yes, it's actually finally. It's like I said, finally. I mean, the last team we had here was I'm sorry, I don't even want to say that team's name. Nah, I'm just playing. It was the Raiders, unfortunately. But
Unfortunately.
once. I'm gonna throw little jabs in there. I was telling Steve, he's like, oh, he's a Raider fan. I feel sorry for him. So people that know me, they know that I despise the Raiders, bro. Like,
as long as you are not a Cowboys fan, I am good.
I don't.
There is just something about Cowboys fans, and I know a good amount of them. I have a good amount of homies are Cowboy fans. We're always fucking clashing.
So we got common ground.
Yeah.
We're
straight.
We got common ground. We know what we can talk about.
Even
right
if you would have said the fucking Chargers, it would have been cool. But
nah, I mean, I got Charger homies and Charger families and everything, but nah, I'm a Rams fan. People in my family like the Bears I think just the Bears, as a matter of fact. Yeah, because they're from Chicago.
Okay, I was gonna say, where does that come from?
Yeah, Chicago. My brother and sister were born in Chicago, and my uncle's a Chicago Bear fan.
The Bears.
The Bears, yeah. So it's always been like the Bears or the Rams. Chargers not so much. They're from San Diego. They'll never be a true LA team. And the Raiders, like I said, I mean, I have history with them. It's just not even with them. It's just some fans, and then some other people that really think the Raiders are still what they used to be. But other than that, football's football, man. Like I love football.
Take a deep breath on that one.
I touched them. I feel sorry. Nah, it's
Remember earlier I said that there's nothing that's off limits. It's the Raiders.
Okay.
Nah, it's fucking-
Turn the camera off. You gotta talk about this.
Turn this shit off. Let's cut this shit.
I mean, it's not like the Rams. It's not like the Rams are like the best team out there. I know, like we just blew a Super
but
Bowl
who
game.
has a better records, like of championships and whatnot, between Rams and
who? And the Raiders?
I'm not gonna lie. The Raiders have more Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
They have more
The
Super
Raiders have
Bowls.
6, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. I could be wrong, and they have 5 for sure, but yeah.
Don't they have like 4?
No.
Nah, I know.
No.
People are gonna talk shit to me.
Because just like you said, back in the day, they used to be fucking something.
Oh well, if you want to talk about back in the day,
Back
we
in the
got
day.
more championships before it was the NFL.
Before it was NFL?
Yeah, before
Does
NFL
that
was
even
NFL.
count? Bro, what is that?
It's like, hey, like we won in college, but, you know, we transitioned that shit over to the NFL.
Exactly.
I played Madden one time.
Okay, what about basketball? I'm sure hopefully we can come to a common ground about basketball.
Lakers.
I'm a Laker fan. I'm not gonna lie, but I like a lot of teams. Like I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm not gonna lie. So whatever team he went to or was there before,
LeBron James.
we had a conversation already about that before when LeBron wasn't here. You know, Stix was.
I hated him, bro.
But now that he's here,
I mean, that's my dog.
you see what
I'm pretty sure that we can go back on like tweets history.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
see
You'll
the
see
times
worst
like
shit.
yeah.
Oh, you'll see the worst shit. Like that's my biggest.
Myself included, because I used to talk shit about him.
Yeah, bro.
But now that he's here in LA, it's like,
Yeah,
well,
it's like,
fuck,
you're my
you
brother.
know? Exactly.
Wow.
Whatever you need, bro, let me know. I got
Let
you.
it stick in the water.
I can tell because we're divided in the seats. So they're over there and I'm over here. So
I mean, I guess I like the Lakers, right?
Oh, no, it's
Rest
cool,
in
no.
peace, Mamba. Rest
Mamba.
in peace, Gigi.
Oh man.
You know?
Yo, how did that affect you? Wasn't that something else?
You want to know what, man? That was that gave me chills, bro. That question, because that's tough.
Yeah.
That was actually a really tough moment. For whatever reason, my big ass woke up wanting pancakes that morning.
oh wow.
I love me some pancakes.
Yeah. Some
You
Kobe
know,
ones.
some good pancakes.
Yeah.
So I took the family. We went out to some restaurant, whatever. We're doing our thing. Plate comes. I'm all excited. Do my thing. IG, all that shit. My dad calls me and he goes, hey, Kobe passed, helicopter crash, and I'm like, whoa, what?
That shit still don't even sound.
I swear to God, bro, I dropped everything. I checked Twitter first, Twitter, because
I gotta get a
third
fucking
time.
Twitter.
I'm gonna keep count. That's
Yeah,
third
that's
time.
3.
I checked Twitter and just to validate it, if you will. I seen TMZ had posted it, so I was like, well, shit, man. You see TMZ posting, it's like, well, fuck, I guess it must be real, man. To be honest with you, bro, I broke down crying at that restaurant. I swear to God, I broke down crying at that restaurant. The day of his funeral, I pretty much all of LA shut down. and they went through the whole parade and they did everything and they had the beautiful ceremony at Staples Center.
Yeah.
Man, I was bawling my eyes out and my son was with me. So now to this day, he, like, anytime Kobe comes up, he associates that with just, he gets real sad about it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. I mean, we grew up with Mamba.
Yeah.
You know,
that was the same thing with Nathan, bro. Like the whole day, I had to go to the restaurant because I didn't want to break
with
down for the fucking in front of the customers and shit.
Yeah.
So I was at work, and when I found out that my cousin Robert told me, I was like, the fuck, this was always making up some kind of crazy story.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
he's like, no, TMZ. I'm not.
Right.
And so I refreshed my shit for a little bit. Nothing comes up. So I'm like, oh, that's way out of fucking line, bro.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Refresh one more time, and all of a sudden TMZ confirms.
Because it's almost like you think of Kobe like, and it's like almost like a goddamn superhero.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
Bro, it almost feels like, sounds crazy. It almost feels like if Kobe was alive to this day, none of this, not even the cop stuff would have happened.
I
bro.
mean, it just seemed like it was all downhill from there, bro.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was all downhill. From
2020 started off very, very
there.
bad.
Correct. At that point, people already were like 2020 was trash and all that, and then that was before
That was
Everything
before
else.
everything.
the
Corona.
coronavirus.
Yeah. Hey, literally, yeah. It was like a couple of weeks before that.
Right. You know, so it's just that was tough, man. That was super, super tough, and I think that's something that's probably going to be with us for a long, long time. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So.
What about you?
Tess. I was actually playing football that day. I was at a school with a couple of friends. We were playing football, and somebody who was just chilling, that was just taking a time out off the game, just screamed like, "Yo, there's reports of that Kobe died." Yeah, some of us reacted different. Some of us were just like whatever's about it. But it was a hard pill to swallow, and to be honest, that never became a reality to me. Just like you said, you know, he was a monument to LA. He was somebody special. We thought he was God. It never synced in. Like up to this day, like I said, I guess I haven't accepted the fact that he's gone. It's something that I do not want to touch. That's why. Kobe was he was important into my life because you know what he represented. Not only loyalty, one of the biggest things in NBA that we don't have anymore, like loyalty.
Straight up.
But he kind of showed you like if you put in hard work, no matter what, when you're injured or when you have media problems, anything in your life, you still give 100% to what you love. And in basketball, that's what he loved, and that's why, to me, I guess it hasn't sat well. Like I still believe he's still alive somewhere. Right. Obviously, like some of us believe that Tupac's still alive out there because it's just how those people are to us.
Hopefully, they're chilling somewhere together.
Yeah, but
I hope
it's a slippery slope to talk about. Not only that, I'm into a lot of conspiracy stuff, so I know if I speak about stuff like this that I think would happen, it's gonna be a conversation that a lot of people are not gonna sit well with. Because I have this thought, like maybe he's not dead, bro. Because the information that we have about the accident wasn't really clear. It wasn't really good information.
Man, well, if he's not dead, bro, I hope he shows him his face.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
I mean, even if it's something like along the Tupac things, I mean, we're all huge Tupac fans. And if he's on an island chilling, whatever, man, that kind of hurts me more than him being gone because it's like, why not show your face?
Yeah.
At least that's how I would feel.
No, I get it. It's selfish, but then again, the reason why I don't really want to talk about it because he's not the only one that passed away.
Sure.
It was, he had his daughter.
Yeah.
So that's a conversation
and a
that
lot
people are
of
gonna
other
be like
people.
smashing on.
So if he was hiding out,
Yeah.
why would you believe that he's the reason he's hiding out?
Again, the topic that I sometimes don't like to talk about is because I believe that he was part of an elite group.
Oh.
That's why.
Gotcha.
He was somebody very big and powerful, bro. That's why. And I believe when people are big and powerful, when they can just speak and make a movement, it becomes something else.
Yeah. And he definitely a few words, and the whole world heard it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how powerful that was. Like, you just said a few things.
Yeah. And then even like after his NBA career, it's like I feel like he was on to like so much.
Just getting started.
He was just getting
3
started.
3 years after retirement, man.
Yeah, and he just had a baby. Just had a baby girl.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it's just if he, I mean, I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really buy into the whole conspiracies because I mean, I don't know. But
it's a lot to think about. That's
it's a lot to think about, and it's like, I mean, shit, bro, that would just be tough.
But
that would be tough.
And
That would
especially
be crazy.
because we're from LA, man. Like, so you don't want to talk about that. That's a thing that you don't want to talk about in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that's my little 2 cents about
I
it.
hear
But
you.
rest in peace, man. If he is, to him and his family, hopefully, eventually they can live normal again in peace.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it's hard to move forward from a tragedy.
That's a crazy thought.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a crazy thought
absolutely.
too. Like think about Vanessa and what she's got. The other families as well, but we only know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like they think about her and the daughters and what they got to carry on.
Because just
day.
like you said, it wasn't just Kobe and even Gigi. I mean, it was like
It was other family members,
like,
yeah.
you know, and it's like Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, we seen that whole coverage on that week of that helicopter crash, like of Orange County families like doing stuff to celebrate the people that passed and stuff. Like just all over. Like it touched the whole world. Like it was tough.
Crazy.
No,
it was
did.
wild. It was wild for sure. He was definitely somebody strong. I mean, you know, you do the whole history comparisons like with him and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Not to be a fucking dick, and I know this sounds dickish, but if Michael Jordan were to pass, I don't think it would have
Have
been
the
that
same
big
impact?
magnitude
That's
as Kobe.
That's something big right there.
You know, and so like just to show you like that level of you know impactment it had, it was tough. It was
Definitely
tough.
when it comes to like Kobe was more on this generation where a lot of the younger kids don't even can't even comprehend what Jordan was too as well. Did you see The Last Dance?
You know what? I seen 2 weeks into it, so 2 episodes, and then I kind of just.
Have you even started watching
I
it?
haven't, man.
You really?
I haven't.
Did you finish it? Or?
I started watching it. I haven't watched from episode 5, I think, or 6. As I'm not sure how many episodes are there. And then they're gonna make
7,
the
I
final
think?
7 or something. And
I
then there's
could
gonna
be
be a
wrong.
movie in the end.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half. It's a
Space
movie.
Jam.
What they said.
I don't even know why I stopped fucking watching it because it was actually really good. It was really,
Life gets
really
in the
good.
way, bro. To tell you the truth, or maybe new programs. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like stuff gets in the way.
Yeah.
I was into it. It's really good. Once you start watching it, you cannot move.
Right.
Like it's really interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I love the flashbacks of back then. Like I love the Reggie Miller days, bro. I love the Allen Iverson days.
Oh, Allen Iverson's young
Glenn
right there when he
Rice,
comes in,
Anthony
bro.
Hardaway.
I could watch those hardwood
Stephen
classics all day, bro. If
Man.
they're on TV, like those are just
And it was like a different time, man. Like it
Physical.
It just makes
Very
today's
physical.
ball
Big
Oh,
game.
guys, bro.
Yes.
They were big. That's what I think. That's what
Yes.
I believe made Jordan so big in NBA
It
because
wasn't huge.
he wasn't huge
Right.
and he will still go through you. He will slam on you and he will still talk shit at the same
like,
time.
switch hands up on you on
Yeah.
midair. Like you did some wild stuff.
Lost gravity for a second. And just fucking
Right.
floated his way
Just-
back
And he had a
forth.
killer jumper too, so that
yeah.
you know
His
that didn't help
mid-range
anything.
was unbelievable.
Correct,
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
And that's something that's dead in the NBA now.
Oh no,
Nobody has no
it's
damn
3
mid-range game.
or you're yamming on.
Well,
like
the pace
Westbrook.
the pace has changed, bro. It's a lot
Steph Curry
faster.
ball.
It's a lot faster. Basketball now is faster. What I believe. I mean, for
It's
you
like
guys,
high
that-
school ball.
yeah, right. Well, that's how
Yeah.
that's how most likely every sport's turning into now.
Yeah.
Like even football's turning like that. They're starting into getting into that super team era.
Right,
You know, when
right,
NBA
right.
started going into that, like instead of having 1 or 2 super players in there, you have like your whole starting 5.
Right.
That's how football's turning into now. We need superstars in the team. One cannot do it. Like you cannot have a football team to have a badass starting quarterback. No, you need a quarterback, you need a running back, and you need your wide receivers. You need a badass defense
Yeah.
in order to do something.
So who's taking it this year, honestly?
For what?
Well, for what?
All the
Basketball
way?
or?
No, football.
Oh, I think that's done, guys. We're done already for today.
All of my Raider Nation people out there, you've seen how I said that with confidence, and then continue to laugh right after. So
Nah. I mean, in football, I don't know. There's a lot of good teams. I mean, look, Tampa Bay looks really scary just because you have
God.
Tom Brady, and you cannot
what
even
did
say
he
nothing
do
about
last
that.
year?
Who?
Tom Brady.
What do you mean? What did he do?
What did he do? He wasn't the same Tom Brady.
He wasn't the
last year.
same, but he was in the playoffs doing. His team did everything. That's what I'm saying. Like
man.
now he has players.
If that's one person I can't stand, is Tom Brady. As a Raider fan, I fucking can't stand him.
Of
But
course,
of course, cliche as fuck. But I respect the fuck out of him.
But
I respect the fuck out of him.
Okay, that's the
I
thing.
respect the fuck out of him. He's good, but I do feel like he's falling off.
Of course,
You
of
know.
course. But he has the players around him to lift him
Got
up.
Mike Evans. He's got is it Godwin?
Chris Godwin.
Godwin. You know he's got.
He got Gronkowski.
Say fucking Gronkowski
Gronkowski
back
back. He got a retirement,
Out of
bro.
wrestling?
That's the second time he did a switcheroo. You know, you talked about. He said
Man,
he retired.
I
And then,
swear to God, they
That
pull
guy-
so many fast ones, bro. Like,
telling you.
You know, Tom Brady is he's a finesser. He's a finesser.
He does.
And
He
got
does
it
things to
done.
teams,
And what
bro.
was his contract like?
I think he has 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
How much?
He got
20,
paid
30
much.
million, something
He
like
got
that.
paid- He probably got maxed out at 30, probably.
Yeah.
He's like at the end, right?
Yeah. But he's a little thing about him. He's always been
Kobe
doing
contract.
that. Even
Correct.
when he was in New England, he would do pay cuts to bring people in.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was never like that. He was never about the guy. Oh, pay me my money. No, because what their reputation of what the Patriots. Damn, I sound like a Patriots fan, but I'm not.
Sound
I just
like it.
I just love
Oh,
football.
you said you like the Rams.
I do. I can go on all day about the Rams. I could even talk about your Raiders if you want, bro. I can give you your stats. You guys haven't been shit. Anyways, to even clear it up, how old are you?
How old am I? I'm
Yes.
27.
So you haven't never seen the Raiders do anything in the playoffs.
No, I did.
When you were a baby?
I
when
mean, I
you,
seen him in 2016, but then I seen my quarterback fucking break his leg.
You're talking about a wild card run?
Like 3 years ago. Yeah,
that's
considered playoffs. Right?
That's like preseason.
That's not regular season. Just like the many times the fucking Cowboys and all the other teams make it to the first round. They're the Audi 5000, you know? But I agree with you. My Raiders are trash as shit. They
got talent, bro.
So loyal.
They got talent.
Like, to the core. Like, I want to get a tat of them. Like, a fucking, I am
face?
loyal. On my eyelids, dog.
On your fucking
Las Vegas Raiders right here.
Oh, shit.
That's another thing.
What do you think about their stadium, bro?
It's beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie.
It is gorgeous. I want all the stats on that.
It was too much money.
No, it wasn't.
They're not gonna be able to pay shit. Nah, they did it perfectly, bro. I think that was the best place that they can go to make their money.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. I mean, initially,
and they weren't making money in Oakland.
No, Oakland didn't. It didn't seem like, from the reports that I read and everything, it didn't seem like Oakland wanted to get a deal done with.
Bro, they were sharing a baseball stadium.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, they were the only fucking NFL team playing on a goddamn dirt field, bro.
Baby.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad, but I think that I just hope now, going forward, like you said, they got a lot of young talent, and I hope going forward, I'm a huge Raiders fan. I hope that the new stadium and the new facility and the blah, 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 and the XYZ can just fucking make them do something.
Do you believe
something.
in?
I'll even take a fucking 8-8 for the first year. Goddamn, give me a 500.
That's a start. Give
Give
right?
me a 500.
Hey, we're probably with the new season coming up. Well, next year or 2 years from now, you know how they said they're gonna put the season even longer to add an extra playoff seed.
Right. Yeah,
you can make it.
Yeah, like I said, a wild card. I'll take a fucking wild card to meet my voice got high.
But I don't know if you guys will do it with that quarterback, Derek Carr.
Oh, come on. See, now that's why we signed Marcus Mariota on the back. You know? So just in case DC can't get it done. And listen.
He can't start the car, bro.
He's you know what? I love Derek Carr, bro, but he's a very Christian man. I'm far from religious. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, goddamn, homie, like, just go.
Do something.
Do something, man. Like, you know, they got that video of him crying. First, man. You know, and that shit bugged me. It's like, goddamn, you don't want to see your quarterback doing that shit, you know?
Yeah. What was he doing?
He cried.
Crying.
For what?
I mean, allegedly.
I think he was. I don't know if it was for him or something for his team, because they were doing bad and the media was bashing on them or something like that.
They caught him on the field. It was like he got sacked or some shit like that. It was a continuous game. It was just bad. But anyways, you know,
punch in the air and shit.
Nah, he can't do that, bro. He's religion. He can't do that. Nah, just punching the devil. But I mean, to all the teams, to the Raiders, fuck the Cowboys.
Yes, hopefully fuck the Cowboys.
Hopefully we have a good season.
We're gonna get smoked.
This podcast episode is gonna get popular in the Cowboys community.
Don't even.
And they're gonna bash the fuck out of us.
They're gonna bash me, but it's all right. I'll take everybody. I've been fighting with a friend named Louis for years, and my homie Michael. So yeah, they know what's up.
I got my homie Jose too, that I go at it all the fucking time, bro.
But yeah, hopefully we get a fucking NFL season started on this
It'll
year,
start.
So what do you guys think about this basketball stuff? Just switching up to basketball. Like, what do you think about the whole, like, we're going to get a season back, right?
Yeah. 8 games? It was 8 games, I think it was. Yeah. 8 games to make it to the playoffs. It was going to be an 8 regular game in order to see who does the best so they can go in. Because it's going to be
warm-ups.
Yeah, something like
22 teams,
right? Warm-ups. 22 teams. There was 13 West, and then the rest of them were going to be Eastern.
West is where it's at, baby.
Well, yeah, you know. What was all that shit talked about LeBron back in the day when they were like, oh, if he ever goes to the West Coast, I probably said it too. If he goes to the West Coast, he ain't going to get shit done.
Bro,
crazy.
Shit, here he is, motherfucker.
LeBron was supposed to be a football player, and he said, nope, I'm going to take an easy route and play basketball.
I'm going to pick on these little...
Bro, he can do anything.
As a football player?
He would have been like a Calvin Johnson. Do you know? I mean,
Megatron.
Sorry, Megatron.
You guys think he'll be able to take a hit?
Bro, hell yeah. Not now. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he would have yoked up. He would have to bulk up.
Yeah, he shows his body. He shows that shit on Instagram all the time. He's all like chiseled up, and I feel like he would be a little bit light for.
He has football dedication when it comes to working out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he would definitely need to get a little bit bigger. I would say.
Obviously, you can't take. You gotta take
some fucking hits on that shit. You know,
that's 300, 400 pounds of muscle coming at you, bro.
East is so trash, though.
Yeah, I mean, who do you have? You have Bucks.
Yeah, Toronto. The Bucks is probably the number one.
Sixers?
I think we kind of got the Bucks down packed the last game where we just figured out all you got to do is triple team Giannis in the paint. That's going to stop him 50-50.
Yeah.
Everybody else is
He's a fucking. I mean, obviously his name is a freak, but he's a freak.
No,
that guy's a monster, bro.
If he gets that 3 shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Which he's already, he's already learning those shots, right? He has dropped some.
Yeah, he has awkward shot though.
But he does.
His arms are way too long.
He's wild, bro. He's like his wingspan is probably like just fucking out of this world, bro.
And that's the transitioning that's happening right now. All these big guys, they're learning how to take them threes. They're taking that Dirk Nowitzki.
I heard that they did that kind of play out because Pelicans are right there to be able to make it to the playoffs. At the AC, so they really want Zion because that's great marketing.
What are the Pelicans gonna do?
That's what I'm saying.
See, this is a subject I would want to like listen to a little bit more instead of speak.
So. Well, it's like the young Lakers team over there. I mean, with Zion.
Exactly. You know. And then a lot of injuries. Lonzo Ball, injured Brown. Zion looks like he's...
he came in injured, right? He got injured like right in the beginning of the season or something? Or like in the off-season?
Way too big and not as tall for the weight he's at. Right. But the dude can fucking jump. And powerful. It's crazy.
The way he's able to get to the rim, he can drive like...
And effortlessly, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting with the next few years to come and see how he has to develop a shot for sure. I was watching a few of his games before the end of the season. He was knocking out a few threes when he was open. So if he gets the shot off, NBA is pure shooting, man. You can't drive it in.
That's the thing. I mean, I think once the Warriors' little dream team came in and you had the Steph and Clay combo. You know, they really changed they changed the whole league, man. Yeah. Not for nothing, but with the team, obviously the whole super team bullshit, but the game too.
That wasn't really a super team though, bro. All those players, they were made in Golden State.
With KD? With KD?
KD was the last. That was the last of Golden State, but the first years that they won their titles, bro,
they built from the
they built a team, bro.
I agree with you.
They were not superstars. The only superstar you could say they had was Steph, and even Steph wasn't even considered a superstar. They all made their names right there.
Yeah, props to them. They had a good run.
Super team, I think, is when KD got involved.
Exactly, but they needed that in order to close out to get that championship.
Yeah. Come on, look at when he left.
Yeah, they went to shit. Yeah, but that's
injuries and
that's what I was talking about. Like those guys they were nobodies. Nobody even played in Golden State. Like that's what people were saying. Like who the fuck is Golden State? The last guy that was there was who? Baron Davis.
That's what I remember.
Right?
Jason Richardson.
Oh, that other. Oh yeah.
Jay Rich.
See, those were the last ones, and even their jerseys were even different. All of a sudden, like these people came in, they changed everything.
They did, bro.
Yeah, so it's like
you're right. They bred them. You know, they bred them. You know, Draymond, Steph, Clay, all of them.
Exactly.
And they played like the early 2000s Suns.
Right.
Just that fast pace.
Right. That was a badass team.
The Suns were annoying. I hated them so much back then.
I think I was watching the game the other day. Remember, Leandro Barbosa?
Oh yeah,
fucker.
The ball guy,
that little quick little fucker.
He was like a Bobby Jackson.
Oh my god, he was fast.
Yeah,
you know.
And then you have him in the backcourt with
Steve Nash. Yeah,
and that's it.
Steve Nash.
They have Stoudemire. Oh yeah, Merriam with that little weird look. I mean, shot. Hey man, but they were a team. They were fast.
Is like.
Well, and D'Antoni was coaching him, if I'm not mistaken, right? So they had, he's fast-paced ball.
He's
Houston Rockets, fast-paced ball.
That's that college
small ball.
That's college ball, bro.
Am I the only one that thinks Harden's like the biggest cheater ever?
Cheater?
Cheater.
Why? Because he travels?
Dirty playing. Yeah, dirty playing. Just dirty playing in general, like the things he does.
He's crafty.
So
I mean,
I don't like that word.
Crafty?
Take
Why?
that shit back, bro.
Why? It's professionals, bro. You know what I always say? You know what I say when you're in professionals?
Take that word back.
You're always going to have referees. What are referees there for? To catch you. So
obviously
if you're
not.
The refs are there to catch you to extent. But if you've been playing sports since
like
you were,
LeBron don't get, he don't get called for his travels, and he travels a lot.
Oh, so we're always
doesn't get fouled. He doesn't get called for the fouls like he should.
Yeah, because he's so big, and I think the refs let that overrule there.
Like you're a big guy, and you're gonna a little guy's gonna walk into it. You deserve that, bro.
Yeah.
You know you can't stop him.
But if it was anybody else, if it was a small fucker,
he had the free throw every fucking time,
like James Harden.
Yeah, half of his fucking he'll score a 50-point game, 30 free throws.
Yeah.
The rest were threes.
Don't get in the way. Don't get in the way.
Hey, and the way he does it, his Euro steps.
All right, so
throws it up.
So what is the what is it that you're supposed to, a Euro step? What is that like? You're allowed to step on 4 times, like step 4 times.
No, it's you're switching up your dribble.
You get that.
So it's like you're driving, right? Okay. You're driving, and then you hit the right one side, like you're gonna go right, but then you go all the way to the left, and then you lay it up.
Is that called the travel or what?
No, it's a Euro step.
So why do you guys hate on that?
No, I don't.
I do.
Why? Because he's not in the Lakers?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's just like dirty playing. Like it reminds. Who could I say?
He's got
but
handles.
That's what I was about to say. He got handles. He got shot.
Crafty, yeah.
It's the fact that he's good.
His shot is wet,
just like people don't like Tom Brady. He's good.
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Brady when he's playing against me, but when I see him play, I'm like, wow.
You cannot compare Tom Brady to James Harden.
Why?
Ever in his lifetime.
Oh, just because one guy has more rings?
True championships, yeah.
Does Harden even have MVP ever?
I don't think he.
Yeah, he does. No,
I think he got robbed 2 years in a row.
or he had shooting champion,
Kobe got robbed.
Scoring champion, or some bullshit
scoring
like that.
champion.
I don't think Kobe ever cared about MVP, bro.
Kobe
Kobe wants rings.
Yeah, he did. Kobe won.
He got robbed of MVP.
I feel like that's how LeBron is now. LeBron wants the rings now. You know.
Well, yeah. Now that's all he has to show for. He took.
record.
Yeah, I was about to say that he took everything else in his early years.
He did. He's a monster, and I'm sure how you feel about James Harden. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of motherfuckers feel like that about LeBron.
Oh, of course. You know? There's people that hate
all
him.
He does is drive, and all he does.
I love it. I love it. Let me turn that.
Let's fucking tweet check real quick. Nah, bro, but it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Hopefully, well, going back to that conversation, who do you guys think is gonna take it besides the Lakers? Like, who is other competitions that are, you know?
I want to see that. I want to see that Lakers Clippers battle again. You know, Clippers. I think we matched up really well with them.
That's the only other team where I feel like I don't feel 100% confident.
Yeah.
That we're gonna be able to like.
Sir, can you please step up to the mic?
Sir, please speak into the mic.
Please step into the mic.
My bad.
Sorry, this fool likes to get up and take pisses in the middle.
I got the jumping jacks.
So Clippers,
I feel like are the only ones that are going to be
able Bucks?
Nah.
Not the Bucks?
No.
I mean, I'm trying to think like who else in the Western Conference can come close. I don't.
Just the Clippers.
Just the Clippers?
Just the Clippers. I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like they're the only ones.
Not even the Raptors?
Like,
nah, just because they don't got Kawhi no more?
Correct.
Yeah, that's the cherry on top,
I think
man.
so.
That's the cherry on top.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi
they're good.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Kawhi?
He has an old man game, and you respect. He's like a Tim Duncan.
His defense
he's a big fundamental.
His defense is amazing for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He has clutch shots as well. He can shoot a clutch.
Yeah, that Sixers game.
He's not
when
scared.
They closed him out. That shit was sick.
Anybody that can grip the ball like while they're dribbling and just
one hand claw that shit.
You're the most fucking.
They have, I think, like the most stacked team in the NBA, the Clippers.
The Clippers?
Oh fuck yeah!
And I feel like Lou Williams is their it factor.
Yeah, I agree.
If he's scoring, if you stop him, you have a chance to beat the Clippers.
Right.
Who else is in the Clippers as a big factor besides Lou, and then you got Kawhi?
Obviously, Paul George.
I think
that's the guy that I want to talk about. That's why.
Yeah, but you don't like him?
No, I really like the guy. I just think he's underrated. Like a lot of people don't give him the credit that he deserves.
I agree.
I really believe people don't give him the credit that he deserves, bro.
I think it's because of the injury year.
Yeah, he's like a Carmelo, bro. I believe they put him.
Okay, wait, hold on, hala. Why?
Yeah. Why? Okay, what does he have?
Paul George?
I don't know.
Because he's not in the Lakers.
No, he's not.
So if he would have came to the Lakers,
with LeBron, I'm pretty sure we'll have a different conversation.
Blood is thicker than water.
That shit did piss me off though when he got fucking traded to them. That was upsetting.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, like, what does he have? Like, what accolades does he have? Like, what has he done?
I liked watching him play in Indiana.
I mean, when he's fully healthy, he's
James
good.
Harden's fun, but it's not like championship.
So all right, so what's a championship player to you?
Kawhi Leonard.
Just because he already took it.
LeBron James.
And I mean, no, he took it before when he was at Spurs.
You know who I think is that doesn't have one is Jason Tatum. He looks like he's fucking.
He's still young.
Yeah, give him
hungry.
a few years.
Yeah, he looks like he's hungry. You know, like he looks like he'll win some rings for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and fuck the Celtics.
That's how I see.
I'll agree with you on that one. What do
you guys think about the Nets when Durant comes back?
Well, Brooklyn?
They don't have enough pieces.
That's gonna be.
I actually do believe they're actually gonna be that strong. It's just the fact that right now they don't got nothing to show for it. You can't. I mean, come on, bro. It's Kevin Durant, and then you got Kyrie. Mm-hmm. Those guys together it's crazy. It's scary outside.
If they're scary, if they're good, but the injury factor just plays a role in it too. The fact Kawhi,
both of them.
That's to everybody.
But
specifically them two, like they're both injury prone. And I think what you said earlier, like they don't have anything to show for it.
Not yet.
I think the Warriors, when the Warriors went down with Curry and Clay, and obviously they lost KD, and they only really had Draymond, they were able to build their foundation again.
Yes.
I don't remember the fucking guy's name, but there's one dude that they bred from that team, a young dude, and he's fucking good, bro. He's good.
Let's see, who is it?
Which one?
Who's he talking about?
I'm gonna Google that shit.
Yeah, find out.
Do that shit right now.
On the Nets?
No,
No,
Golden
on
State.
the Warriors.
When the whole starting on Warriors went down, there was another guy that stepped up.
Yeah, he
He
played
was.
some good ball.
I think I do remember that too. He was driving those threes also. Fuck the Warriors.
Well, they have Andrew Wiggins too. I forgot about that.
Gotta be careful with Stix, bro. He's gonna call it.
So So Jordan Poole was the guy that I was talking about, and Eric Pascal. Those two guys. They young dudes that they drafted, and they had some good games. They had some good.
I mean, they got a new stadium, so
yeah, they have a nice.
They got to fill the stadium somehow.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't fucking wait for some sports, bro.
Man, I'm saying the USC taking the big step was.
Oh,
I think that was the dive into sports, taking the
UFC.
initiative. Yeah,
UFC don't give a fuck. They just got their island, bro.
I knew as soon as they did it, I was like, okay, other sports are gonna follow up and do their own thing. And I know for sure as long as somebody took the leap.
It was just like, fuck, man, that shit sucked. It took away all of our sports. Literally wiped away everything.
Try doing a podcast. Try doing a podcast
And talk about you don't know what. You have to come up with something every week, and the only thing you find was pandemic. Then we went to riots, then back to pandemic, and then the same question pops out. So, what you been doing this week, bro?
Yeah, same shit. No, I had to call my district manager every fucking Monday to update her, right? And the past 2 months has been the quickest conversation every time.
Yep, cool.
What's going on? There's
KPI's cool.
Corona.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
All right, we're
Talk to you next Friday, Steve.
Sales.
It gets hard.
See you next
Keep
week.
it up. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man, it's way different times. 2020 is for the books, man.
Yeah,
man. We're only halfway through.
They're gonna erase this year, bro. They're gonna be 2020. We don't even want to talk about that. Nah, let's go into 2021.
I think that there's a lot of. I think it just depends. I mean, I think some people took a lot of good from it. They were able to look at you guys with your podcasting. I mean, you're kind of just able to have some more time to do other shit that you kind of always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys.
So.
I don't know if you guys feel like it. It feels a lot more united. I mean, there's a lot of division at the same time because of
especially right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of division with everybody, but I just feel like there's a little bit more unity with a lot of people, especially with the protests that went on. And
man,
it's beautiful to see.
We had a protest.
You were there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go to downtown LA, but we had one in my little El Sereno neighborhood.
Yeah.
Shout out to El Sereno, man. You guys really, really, really came through, man. And it was
I've seen that.
Obviously dominated by Mexican people, but very beyond peaceful. They had the Native American. We stopped right there at the restaurant Hecho y Mexico.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Pretty popular restaurant right there in El Sereno, and they had everybody was just surrounded, and they were doing the music, and it was nice, bro. It was really, really nice. I took my son, I took my girl. We all went out there, and it was nice.
That's
it
good.
was nice. It
That's
was
one thing.
no drama, no drama.
That's one thing I regret. I should have went to the protest. One of them at least. They had one in Almani.
Really?
But apparently that went horribly wrong. Did not last long, and I guess there was a lot of other people that are saying, all lives matter, and it became a big old argument, fight, and people there's a meme page that got bashed because another dude kept standing in front of the camera saying all lives matter and blah blah blah. And
I can understand when people say that. I mean, I'm a very open-minded person, but I can, excuse me. It's just it's kind of shitty when people say that right now because it's
it's not about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We know all lives matter.
There's
now,
not white people. There's not. I mean, I'm a Latino dude, but I mean, black people are getting murdered on the fucking street.
Yeah, bro.
It ain't about you right now. It ain't about you right now, homie.
Exactly.
So
take a seat.
Exactly.
Support or take a seat. One of the two.
And then it's fucking shitty to see all these goddamn videos out there of people not only with the all lives matter thing, but fucking people with chainsaws and people with with swords and people so against this and that just kind of goes back to the whole unity thing. I would imagine more people our country would be more united right now. Even the world would be more united right now.
Yeah, no, it also feels like a lot more of the people that are opposite of it.
Sick fucks, yeah.
They're coming out. Yeah, they're coming out and they're trying to make a point, which is scary. I would be frightened for my life to be standing on the other side of that.
It's a hard picture to see, bro, because
they get your information
quick.
They get your job, they get your address, and that.
One little mistake you do on social media, bro, they just type in your name and that's it. Boom.
Simple. Don't be a shitty person.
That's it. That's it.
Don't be a shitty person. You won't have shitty shit that happens to you.
Believe it or not, to some people, that's their lifestyle, man.
My
I mean,
God,
not to disrespect people, but I mean, that's all they know how to do when they
that's
live in.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
unfortunate,
sucks.
bro.
It's just like what you guys were talking about right now. I mean, we look into social media, we look into anybody, any like little site, you're gonna see more negativity.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like it sucks. As much as good stuff is happening out there, all we're getting fed is negativity. I mean, right now we just said it. Like we saw people with knives, we saw people with chainsaws, people running
negative.
people. It's all negative. Why don't we post more, positivity, people uniting, people working together? Like what you said, like in Melsorino, right?
Yeah.
You felt good about your city and your community, like everybody joining together. Even though in the back of your head you're like, y'all motherfuckers better not do anything stupid. But I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like we know how bad we are. We know all lives matter. But the fact is that like when you get to a certain part of crazy emotions going all around you, it gets the best of you, man.
Absolutely.
And it sucks.
And it was the absolute worst timing because I don't think that the coronavirus helped absolutely one bit because everybody was hoarded up and it was so fucking bizarre to see. One day we're, stay inside, locked up, and then the following day there's thousands of people together at protests and stuff like that.
How do you feel about the looters and rioters?
Man, you know what, bro? To me, it's like I can sit here and be like, yeah, I support the violence and all that shit, but I don't support the violence to an extent. It's like, and I don't want to pick and choose between small mom and pop places that get hit and Targets that get hit.
Right.
I don't want to be that dumbass person, but it's like Target's gonna get their
Don't listen to our last episode.
Target's gonna get their money, right? Target's gonna get their money. Walmart's gonna get their money. Dick's Sporting Goods is gonna get their fucking money.
Fucking
dicks. Fucking dicks. But the small, I don't support the small mom and pop rioting, looting.
Right.
I guess
Same
is what
here.
I'm saying in a nutshell.
Same here.
I feel like most of these people fucking came up from nothing, so it's like that's their business right there. That's their everything. That's their bread and butter.
Yeah,
your goddamn life. So for somebody to come and just for no, not for no reason, but no reason to come and fucking loot your shit.
That would suck. Just the thought of like you starting your business and what a bitch it is just to start it up and get everything legalized and then boom, like that.
But I agree.
And like you said, like insurance doesn't cover everything.
Doesn't cover everything, bro.
And they're gonna look to not cover as much as
that's the main. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Insurances are there to not pay you. They're there to get your money
take
and
money monthly. But
that's the biggest fucking fraud, bro. I've had medical for the past 3 years. I used it one time.
And they gave you shit for it, right? They gave you shit. They were trying to deny you.
Almost $1,000.
Send an investigator out to make sure everything is good. Yeah, that insurance it's a scam, but it's needed.
It's needed.
It's needed.
It's sad to say, it's a scam, but it's needed. We do need it, and at times it does help. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But when somebody that really needs it for something big, it doesn't come through.
I think going back just real quick, like my last point on that violence stuff, like with the looting and stuff, I do think. Like for a lot of the black people, I feel like them doing it is essentially justified because it's like, okay, they've tried protesting.
Right.
They've tried cap, taking a kneel.
Right.
They've tried just other avenues of peaceful
400 years,
things.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, for you to you and go loot some shit, and look at the change that brought this last week.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Look at the fucking change that brought.
They got the cops got
put
in jail for that because they weren't before that.
The jail thing, yes, 100%, and I really hope that they get convicted because when they upgraded the murder to second degree, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I
think they did it to first degree too.
I hope
they went from third to first.
I don't think so, and I really hope not because that would be tough. It has a higher chance of him getting acquitted. So I just hope that they're able to make the charges because it's hard to convict a cop, which is why it never happens.
Yeah,
you know.
I read something earlier. I think it was your mom that posted like there was like over thousands of deaths from cops, and only 2 of them got arrested.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like I see people saying the defund the police thing.
Oh yeah, in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
they're doing it.
Yeah, and I don't all the way agree with that because obviously we need our police at some point, but I heard some crazy stat of like Los Angeles, how much they fucking spend on their police. It's just an outrageous amount.
It's literally half of the money that gets funded to LA.
That's what I had heard.
And they're only
that's ridiculous.
And they're only cutting it by like 10-15%. Like if that's really gonna do something.
I guess a start is a start. I guess. But that is still an insane amount of money.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of fucking money. Just reading it when you start reading into this stuff. Technical difficulties.
Hello.
Boom. Yeah, so yeah, it's a bitch. I mean, when you start reading into this stuff and you start learning a little bit more into what politics is and what all this money that's being funded into your city, it's insane, bro. Like,
it's really eye opening, man.
Yeah, no, it really is eye opening, but it's hard to understand it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck do you like? How much money do you guys make off of this? Like,
and I wish more.
To be paid shitty too.
Yeah.
Cops don't get paid. It's not like they're getting mad money for it.
Yeah, and I know they make more of their money on overtime, but their starting salary is not like.
Yeah. And these fools are tired, bro. They go to my store. They shop in my store. They're like 9 days straight, 10 days straight, 24-hour surveillance. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I heard them say that they had A and B shifts during the protests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, you're just rotating.
Mm-hmm.
You sleep for 2 hours, come back.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not easy to be in a cop either, but
No, not at all.
It's not easy being a human being. Just walking on your
Especially a
streets.
black person right now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where this fucking change needs to happen, bro. And I just hope more people are like, all of us for the most part, where it's like you kind of more dig into some information and read articles and read, real information just to see.
Yourself.
Yeah, educate yourself, man, because
before
shit ain't always good out there.
Yeah, then before this, it's not like, I'm not saying I wasn't aware of it, but I really didn't like, my eyes weren't focused on it. And now when it's put in for the whole world to see, you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Kind of slaps you in the face, bro.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
that shit's like.
Yeah, 100%. There shouldn't be no reason why people aren't supporting, but you do get your fuckheads.
It's like 2020. Like, seriously? Like, we're still going through this shit?
Yeah. It's
And you know what? To be honest with you, knock on wood, I hope this is the last of it, but it's not.
nah.
Yeah.
Well, it might be the beginning of the great change. I really
hope
do.
so.
But I
I
really
hope
do
so, bro.
believe so in that.
I hope so, man.
We are our generation or the generation after us or the one before us. Hopefully, we learn off of this.
Yes.
Because I mean, obviously, we went through this before. We went through it in the '90s. We went through it before in the '70s. We went through it before in the 1800s. Like, we can go back so long. Let's just hope we do it right this time, or even I don't know, just something to move in the right direction. Because this shit's devastating.
It's terrible. I had seen a video that went viral like a week ago or something like that, and it was a pretty powerful video. And it was of 3 generations. It was 3 black people, and it was an older dude that was maybe like 40, 50 years old, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was shouting, and he was visibly upset at a younger black dude that was probably like in his mid-20s, 30s, right? Mm-hmm. And he's yelling at him for protesting and looting or whatever. I forgot what the reason was. But then there's a younger generation. There's like a 15, 16, a teenager there.
I think I've seen that.
And he's watching it, and the middle dude's talking to the younger dude, like, look at the shit that we're going through. Look at the shit the old man's pissed off about. Right. Look at the shit that I'm pissed off about, and you're pissed off about. Shit hasn't changed. Mm-mm. So you, as your generation, him talking to the kid, like, you have to make a change for your generation. You guys have to do something different.
Break the cycle, bro.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Correct. I love that right there, bro. Break the cycle.
I kind of touched that a little bit into it last show about breaking the cycle. It means a lot, but it's more on let's not follow the same thing.
Yes.
We gotta try something new. Like just like you said earlier on. I mean, they've been not us, but certain race have been protesting, right?
Yeah.
They've been walking the line as it's supposed to be, and yet we're still getting laughed at.
Right.
So why don't we try something different? Okay, the riots, the protesting that's going to be more aggressive maybe might do a change. But it's time to get smarter than that. It's time to get smart because obviously, look, we're the minority. If we continue pushing it like this, it's that easy for them just to shout out, all right, you guys want to play with fire? Let's do martial law. Yeah. Once martial law kicks in, or if we're pushing it for them to do martial law, it's worse for us. Like, we're fucked. Like, we still have rights. Martial law comes in, bro. I don't even know if people understand what that means. That means you cannot do anything anymore. You can't walk on your streets. You can't go to work. You can't just go to the grocery store anymore. Anything that has to do with martial law, we are fucked. So we're pushing ourselves to that. That's why.
I got a glimpse of that with the curfew thing.
Yeah, imagine that. The curfew was one thing, and
have we ever had like the martial law?
Not in the United States. Not in the United States. And that's the thing. We do not understand that. We do have a privilege at some point. Take this into effect. Go into a third world country and just see how either certain groups, like, the guerrilla warfare start coming in. When that happens somewhere, I don't know if you guys understand what the guerrilla warfare, they had a fight against their military because it's what they believed and they wanted to get their rights and all back. Do you think we're ready for that? We live here privileged, bro. Do you have any weapons to protect your family?
Right.
We don't.
Yeah.
And if we do, that's
Majority
cool.
don't, definitely.
Yeah,
don't.
so that's the thing. Like, we're pushing it to get to that point. Now, I'm all for it. Like, let's go fight. Let's go do something. But we're not ready. We're not. And that's the scary part. So that's why I say
at the same time we don't know if they're ready either.
No. Bro, do you not know how much money is funded to the military for the United States?
But regardless, bro, like
more people than there is.
Exactly.
Military. There's way more.
Look at how it was for the LAPD.
Exactly.
You know,
and you look at the right.
We're not talking about LAPD. We're talking about the military. All they take is a bomb.
About law enforcement.
It's a bomb.
You're gonna blow yourself up.
What do you mean blow yourself? Yes, military will come in and just blow some. Again, military.
That's the type of shit I gotta laugh at. Because our own military is not gonna blow us up.
Yeah,
martial law comes in. Yes, they do.
No,
you fuck up your own country.
Martial law is not going to blow American civilians
up. All I'm saying is look at what we did, and I'm not saying the military came in, but the military did come in, and it was
National
later.
Guard.
But they didn't do nothing. They just pushed you with rubber bullets. They did not even use their own weapons.
Right, because they didn't need to.
And you can't.
But they didn't.
They can't yet. They can't yet.
Well, that and most importantly, they didn't need to. They didn't, the people were protesting. They brought them into yes, they were looking for the looting, but there was a bunch
wasn't like murdering, like people were murdering
exactly. So, I mean, I don't personally agree with that, but I think that's a little far-fetched. But I think Trump is in administration, and I think Trump is very stern and aggressive, I think. And I think, obviously, look at how he said what he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he
law and order.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way he he almost seems like a dictator it could be at some point.
Yes.
And so that is scary. That is scary. I agree with that 100%. But I think to what we were talking about earlier, if not this, then what the fuck else? Yeah. What else can people do to make a change? And
because peaceful protesting does not work.
Exactly. So the looting and the shit, it got shit done.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible way to go about it if you really think about it. Yeah. But it got shit done, and there was change that came from a lot of major law enforcement groups, Yeah. Us here in LA being one of them, which is good.
And it educated so many people.
Yeah, most importantly,
it did.
Exactly. Just like what we talked about earlier. It opened people's eyes, like, oh shit, this is going on. Oh shit, the LAPD makes that much money.
Dude, that's just insane how much money gets funded into that. Like, even though, we had a good point on they don't get paid for that. Cops don't really get paid as much, but yet there's so much money getting funded into that. Where's this money going?
Exactly. Bingo. That's what.
And that's not even the money.
That's what it is, right there.
That's not even the chump change that they're getting from busts, like from drug busts and everything else, and they're not. It's not like they're just putting that in the fucking vault.
To me, there's just so much corruption up there, bro, and there's stuff that we'll just never know about. But I think that we can go vote, which is good for us. Like, we have the right to go vote, but I don't know.
Speaking of voting,
I don't know.
It sounds crazy, but who else other than Trump do you guys see
The Rock
possibly winning
the
election? I don't know. I'm not that educated on it. I haven't read up on it because I feel like Trump's going to win either way.
Yeah.
But
Trump's gonna win just because he has the power for it. He's gonna use this moment right now to become that. And there's nobody else that's gonna do it, especially with all this conspiracy talk coming out. There's a lot of people believing into this fucking
the Epstein stuff.
Those Epstein stuff. Even though Trump is still revolved around that, to everybody else that's going against Trump and actually being elected to become president, they have dirt.
Yeah,
they have a lot of dirt.
They all do. They're all fucking crooked. They're all sick up there.
Yeah, and they live in a fucking bubble. They have no idea.
They have their own set of rules,
They have no idea what the fuck it is to be broke and live paycheck to paycheck. They have no idea how it works. And
they don't have to worry.
They're born into good credit.
But you know what, my man? You know what? I agree with that. But just like what you said earlier, we got to break the cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have to break the cycle for ourselves, too.
Right.
Instead of thinking like, oh, fuck, shit ain't always for us, shit ain't always this. Fucking change it.
I was saying that last week.
Yeah. We have to think different. We have to think different.
I don't know if you have kids, but...
Not yet, but I eventually will.
Well, you will.
Don't know where.
I know you do. You have beautiful babies. I got a beautiful son, and it's like...
Billions.
When he was born, it's like, shit, okay... Am I going to be a sales manager for the rest of my life and give him the best life? Like, I doubt that.
Yeah.
So, shit happens and it's like you evolve as a person. It's like, okay, instead of fucking being, oh my God, we're oppressed and we don't get this and we don't get that. Nah. Fucking change it.
Yeah,
go buy a home. And fucking, so this way you have something to show for yourself, and if you're able to, hopefully, buy another home, and maybe you have something to give to your kids.
Yeah. The hardest part
it's just tough, bro. It's tough.
The hard part is buying the home, qualifying from the home.
But that's where you take steps to better yourself.
Yes, sir.
Being educated. Like, we've had a few people around us where you see the example shit, but imagine being in an area where there is absolutely no example shit on how to do it.
There's none.
And be raised in a place where, and yeah, you could grow up to a point, right? But you've had so much of the
so much
core life installed into you that you can't even think out. If you tried, you can't even think outside the box. That's the hard part. Where us as parents, like you're saying, us as parents, and when you have your kid, that's the responsibility we have to show our kids completely different, and that's where the change stems from. Because if we're adults and we're just talking negative, then that's
what they're gonna know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have to break the cycle. I mean, my 4-year-old, he's 4 years old, a very smart kid. But, I show him when I'm watching the stock market channel every morning. He's like, oh, you're watching your boring stuff, Dad. But he likes the little graphs. So he'll watch where the Dow's going, the NASDAQ, if it's going green, if it's going red, if it's up points. Like, so he's somewhat into it.
He's learning something, bro. It's registering somewhere.
Yes,
he's going to see it.
These are their spongiers, right?
Yeah,
so they learn everything right now.
Yeah, spongy.
So what got you tapped into the stocks? Because you're...
Bro, like I said earlier, Twitter, fucking, I swear to God, I owe it a lot of my thanks for a lot of my knowledge right now to like the African American community on Twitter. I swear to God.
Really?
There is, yes, you can use Twitter for some silly shit and all that, and that. But I feel like I tapped into like this, I forget what they call it, but it's almost like a finance side of Twitter.
Gotcha.
Where it's like people giving free game and showing how they did it.
Okay.
And a lot of people did it from real estate and stocks. Is what really stood out to me, so I'm like, okay, and a lot of these people are good with sales and shit like that, so I'm like, okay, like, if they can learn it, I can learn it.
Of course.
I see these,
I like that mentality.
Yeah, right, like, you see somebody eating, it's like, okay, I want a piece of that pie, like, let me give me some of that, too. Right. And I'm a very naturally competitive person. I'm very competitive, and I just, when I tapped into that side of Twitter, bro, I got hooked up with this guy named Chris Johnson. He's, like, real famous now on Twitter, and this other guy, like, Todd, I forget what his last name is, Todd Billionaire, some millionaire, some shit like that. Good dudes. They put me on. I bought into their courses. They sell courses online, so you kind of see from what people are buying and shit like that.
Yeah, they kind of tell you what to tap
and
into.
they give their free game to kind of lure you in. It's like almost like a sales pitch, almost. We know how it is. You know. So they got me, and I honestly spent about like $200-$300 just on a different variety of courses. And I studied. I use YouTube, and
you get what you pay for, bro.
Tell the people not to be all up in your pockets, but tell the people what the profit margin was for you.
Well, I mean, just on this option stuff, bro. Like, I initially started my little Robinhood. Everybody hates on Robinhood because it's like a millennial brokerage account.
I've been seeing that ad being promoted on my Instagram.
Yeah, and it's awesome, bro. It's awesome.
All right, you're one of the guys that's confirming for me right now. Stamp.
Yeah,
try it.
I signed up for it. I just don't.
You did?
Get it.
Yeah, man. I'll be happy to show you. I mean, I don't know shit about shit, but it's like I can show you a little bit what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I started off with $50. I deposited $50 of my own cash into there. Grew that to a few hundred. I seen an Apple stock that I really like. I do contracts. I don't really do stocks. Okay. I'm a little bit more in depth in that shit.
Contracts, can you...
Hold on, you're going too fast, bro. Let him explain. We got questions.
No, I know, but he said you
there's difference between... There's contracts and on stock. Yeah, but I wanted to know what's the difference.
So a contract, and I'm still figuring out correct terminology, but a contract is, I feel like that's what the big boys play with. Okay. I feel like that's what a lot of these, big time. I watch Billions, the show Billions, and they're dealing with like calls and puts. I'm like, what's a call and a put? Yeah. A call is essentially you, pretty much in a nutshell, betting that the stock is going to go higher before it's even there. Okay. And a put is you like when you shorting it. Call. Yeah, it's really like betting, bro. It's scary how it's like betting, and it's like your put is you betting that it's going to go lower. And a contract gives you a right to 100 shares of that company. So instead of you buying 100 shares of Apple that's currently like $366, that's a lot of money. I don't know what that number is off the top of my head. That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah. You can buy a contract on it and in the money or out of the money, and you can make some money off of that. Your contract price would be like maybe $300 to $600 or along those prices. Gotcha. It ranges, of course. But you do your due diligence on the company. You learn out what their profit and their earnings are. You learn how much cap they have, how much money they have, how much during coronavirus are they still making sales, how do they look for the future, stuff like that. So just this past week, I came up off this company that was a startup, and I made $1,300, bro, on one fucking trade.
Jesus!
And
wow!
What I put into that was $350
profit
to get $1,000 essentially.
And all of that was just a little just read up on some stocks, read about information.
Kind of buying into some hype because it was like a hype stock that just kind of just
So it's like a trend that goes up, and you have to catch it at that trend before it drops.
Almost, man, almost. It's obviously a lot more complex, which is why people lose shit ton of money. Yeah. I lost like $500 one week.
But there's people that
shit
win.
Killed me.
There's people that win.
People that win big, bro.
Yeah.
And I see some of those people. That's where I initially got it started off of on Twitter posting it. It's like fuck.
Yeah,
that's possible, homie.
We gotta jump on that, man. That's another way to get money.
The homie at work, he jumps into like currency exchange, and he's still kind of learning that.
Yeah,
it's kind of
Forex is what they call it. I think is what they call it, right? Exactly. Forex. Yeah, I can't get into that.
Yeah, I was trying to learn that too, but bro,
it's a lot of complex terminology and graphs.
Waking up at 6 in the morning.
Exactly, and that's what. Yeah, I'm up like a crackhead every
when the
morning
market's
at
open.
6 a.m. Yeah,
that's where the money's at, bro.
6 a.m. bro, every day. It's insane. You know?
Naturally too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's
bro,
fucking annoying sometimes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I think Twitter. I owe a lot to fucking Twitter for showing me what's up. You know about stuff what I want to do for the future. And
Twitter.
Yeah, man. 5 times now. You got to get a Twitter, bro.
I am gonna get one. I promise. New Twitter coming up.
Yeah, man. But this is But it's crazy though, man. It's crazy just kind of learning things. It opens up your mind to so much shit that's out there that we don't even know.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, fuck. There's so much money to be made these days. Digitally, like, there's just so much money. And stocks have been around forever.
That's one thing that I really want to tap into is the e-commerce game because there's, like, so much money to be made there, bro.
What is that called? Where... Shit. When you buy something and you're, like, playing, like, the middleman of the store.
Drop shipping.
Dropshipping. I was looking at that for a little bit too as well.
So I bought a course that I can send you on that too.
Oh, nice.
so what is that?
It's basically you're buying wholesale, or no, you're
the middleman.
Yeah. Basically,
you're the middleman.
Simple terms, middleman.
So taking their money, getting from the wholesale, having to send to them directly.
You heard of Alibaba? Have you ever heard of Alibaba?
I think that
China company.
Okay, yes.
It's like a wholesale, very cheap stuff that you can buy for cheap. Anyways, you can find
the app.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. You could find products essentially that is a hot sell, right? And if you're able to market it correctly and do everything,
so you're talking about the people that do in downtown.
Pretty much.
All those people, what they do,
instead of holding inventory yourself.
Oh, okay.
You're drop shipping. So what drop shipping is using that vendor from China, whatever it is, they're supplying your customer. Right? They're
just with your name.
Exactly.
Got it.
And you're making the profits from that.
So instead of just buying the shipment, going to downtown, open up your store, wasting that money, and waiting for clients to come in, you
holding
just
product
drop
shit
ship.
Like that. Yeah.
You drop it. All right.
But
it's the digital world.
It's very lucrative for people that are doing it the right way, especially if it's for like a product that it's like something stupid that maybe like a clip
for your back,
or something like that works for your phone or something fucking silly that just works. It's cheap, whatever, but it sells. And people are making killing from that shit.
I'm pretty sure.
So much to be made out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the game's just completely changed. The 9 to 5 is kind of like jokeable at this.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I seen that conversation come up earlier this morning, and I was like, damn, that sucks because you can't shit on a 9 to 5. Like 9 to 5 still gets it done, and it's like
it's guaranteed money.
It's guaranteed money, but what I learned these past 6 months is like that's you giving your time to earn that money. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because money's in exchange for your time.
Exactly, and you're getting paid by the hour, as opposed to you doing stocks or you buying a home and renting it out to somebody, or opposed to you fucking doing Forex or something along flipping items. That's all passive income, right? That's all income that you're not actually working for, but you're still getting income. And I think that's really what we got to exploit as fucking people that we don't know about that shit.
Yeah,
they got to teach that kind of shit in school.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. They don't teach that.
They don't want you to know that shit.
Exactly. That's the talk that I kind of want to tap into. Is that why can't we learn this? Why is it the fact that you have to be born rich in order to learn this? Because that's what it is, bro. You have to be born rich, and if not, you have to be born into a family that's kind of educated.
Yes.
But that's the part that I'm not going to knock on because the family took time to get educated to teach that knowledge to somebody else, opposed to us being broke, us being poor, and we just think negative about school.
Exactly.
That's the part that I cannot, well, not that I cannot, I want to argue about because what's wrong with that? What's wrong by getting up and going to school? What's wrong by... Well, for instance, what I was talking about last week is us as Latinos, we're taught to work,
right?
Hard work, like hard labor, work. Whatever it is, exchanging time for money. So it's time to break that cycle. Yes. That's what I said last week. Like we have to break that cycle. It's not about trying to fight your parents. It's not about trying to like argue with them. It's trying to get them to understand that look, the time that we live in now, it's not about exchanging time anymore. Because your time of exchanging, it's going to end. Exactly. A span of us working is literally 30 years for what? that's already in this day and age. That's half of your life already.
And that's
sometimes.
what I'm saying, bro. I
like
looked
the
at
most
these,
minimum retirement plan too. And
that's exactly it, man.
Exactly.
I looked at these numbers for these statistics of the retirement, and I wish I had exacts
or Social Security.
But it's a fucking laughable joke.
Yeah,
it's like
if we
work our regular 9 to 5 to what you asked earlier, there is absolutely nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5.
It's not
going to work, getting your check if you are complacent. And unfortunately, I feel like as a society or fucking Latino community or whatever, I feel like a lot of us are complacent.
Oh yeah.
A lot of us won't spend an hour instead of watching a fucking show on Netflix and go read some shit that maybe school you want.
This is the reason. I mean, yes.
You know,
I agree with you. But why would I want to do that when I was busting my ass today at work? This is half of the talk. Why would I want to come home and work more when I just got yelled at work?
Yeah.
When I'm tired, I probably didn't eat.
Right.
I probably didn't get good sleep last night. I want to come home and rest.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, eat, watch a movie. Some people like to drink. Some people like to smoke.
Oh yeah, hello.
But yeah, whatever it is that you come home to, I'm not trying to knock on that, but I want to relax.
Yeah.
Right.
But
and I think that's perfectly okay for people.
It is.
And if they want to stay like that, stay stagnant. You know, you want to be complacent in your life, that's completely okay. Mm-hmm. Most people, and that's why these people will fucking hate on capitalism so bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, you're fucking, all you're doing is employing people at Amazon for $15 an hour when you're making so much money. Okay, well then do something else. But
yeah.
But unfortunately,
you have the option.
Exactly. But unfortunately, majority people are gonna do that because that's what they were taught from their parents, and that's what they see their friends doing. It's just, that's what I think it comes down to, bro. Is just like people getting out of your bubble, your shell, your comfort zone, 100%. And just diving into other things, you know.
Yeah.
I still have an issue fucking taking action with a lot of things that I want to do.
Same here.
That's a huge issue of mine.
Same here. To tell you the truth, this is kind of one thing that has been teaching me this past couple of 2-3 months that I've been doing this with Stix is
I love that.
Start putting more energy, more time into something else. I tell them all the time. Like one of the biggest pet peeves that I have right now for this is I tend to get my information what we're gonna talk about the last second.
Gotcha.
I have a whole week.
Yeah.
I literally have a whole week.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been trying to get to. And again, going back into like, I come home, I'm tired, I don't want to do this or whatever.
Right.
But I'm starting to understand and get that feeling like, dude, this feels good.
Exactly.
It feels real.
Me being here feels good.
Bro. You know?
Exactly.
And like,
that's like, and that's the type of shit that you guys attract, like you guys are putting out there. So I think it's awesome. And I think exactly what you said about people coming to home, work, fucking tired or procrastinating, whatever the fuck. I think if you guys treat this as a hobby, it's going to be a hobby.
Yes, sir.
If you give this the time, it's going to be a little side project.
It's
going to
give us back.
It's going to give you back exactly what you put into it.
Exactly.
If you are really caring about it, and if you guys really want to take it serious, you're going to take it serious, and you're going to see that shit.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Also, the hard work ethic at heart is kind of a rare breed to come across.
100%, bro.
Like there's
everybody's trying to get
people out there that want it, right? And you'll get that where they want it, but they don't want to. They don't work.
It's the easy. They want to do the easy route, bro.
Exactly.
Right.
It's because it's not their fault.
Like
exactly.
For my job, like just an example for my 9 to 5, finding people. Like I need hard workers. I need someone that just wants the money, that needs the money, that wants it.
Be a hustler, yeah.
And you do 20 interviews.
Shit.
And
you probably get one, probably one.
Half of one.
If you're lucky.
Half of one. You know why it's half of one? Because I got school the other half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why.
You know, I remember when I would do interviews for associates, it's like you can't. Going back to treating something like a hobby. If this is a part-time job for them, they're going to treat it as a fucking part-time job.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I'm going to clock in, get my money, and get out. Like, it is what it is.
Exactly.
So it's just so tough, bro. And I think just as a society, like, we are taught that that's the norm. Go to work, get your check, do your thing, and that's fine. If you are cool with that, you are cool with that. That's great. I just
that's
feel
all you're gonna get.
That's all you're gonna get. But I just feel like at some point, fuck, we have to switch it up.
Yeah, man.
We got to switch it up.
We just gotta. Perfect. I believe that we could help out each other.
Yes.
Try to help out. And the one thing that I kind of hate sometimes, where people try to knock on what people say your hustle or the thing that you're trying to spread. Sometimes you want to spread the love to homies. You give them a little education talk, a little prep talk. They're just gonna look at you like, who the fuck are you?
And that's what I'm saying, bro.
That's
like,
the negativity that's messed up. It's like, bro.
People need to get rid of that. If anybody's listening to this shit right now and you have people like around you surrounding you with that bullshit, that shit needs to go out the window.
They don't want it as bad as you do.
Exactly. And you
going back to the Kobe conversation, he was the person that taught us that.
Yeah.
Growing up, how bad did you want that?
Yeah.
He pushed it. He pushed it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that. Obviously, we have celebrities, we have artists, whatever it is. Pick your cup of tea, but if you have friends that are doing this and they're willing to help, even give you the little information, take it, bro.
Yeah,
because
man.
you're eventually going to look at to somebody else who's is a celebrity.
Yeah.
You're going to talk shit to them because now that you want their advice, they're charging you for that advice. Remember, that's their hustle.
We were talking about that earlier.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Well, all right.
We were just talking about that.
What do you guys feel about that when someone charges you for their, their information?
Shit, fucking A.
You gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it, right? Because
fucking
it became
A.
something now.
Yeah, fucking A. I think I paid for information, right? I paid information off of random people off Twitter that I've never fucking met. And it was extremely valuable information, right?
It could go both ways, though.
It can go, definitely, yeah.
It can go both ways.
Yeah.
Just because I paid for it, I already have a negativity. It's like, fuck, you're making me pay for this. Now I have to pay attention. I'm forced to pay attention
and it
to
just
you.
depends on mindset. It
yeah,
just depends on
That's
mindset.
what
at
I'm
that
trying to
point.
get to, yes.
Yeah, and there's
Get
always
that
going to
way.
be that A and B person. Well, what about, well, then you know what, fuck it. If you want to be the bitching type, do your thing.
You
It's just
hit
not-
me up.
Yeah,
you hit me up for the
exactly.
business.
So I know we talked about this earlier. It's like I posted my little trade last week and I made a good amount of profit.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. And then spent that shit all again. I'm back on shit.
Fuck you.
That's what it was there for, bro.
But that day more than ever, I had so many people that hit me up, like, "Oh, hey, can you show me what's like? Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this?" And it's like we were talking about this. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I love that. I want to share what I know, whatever I know. But it's like people don't want to put in the work.
Right. Don't
They
make me
just-
waste my bread.
Yes.
Giving you the steps
Yes.
for you to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasting your time, too, at the
Don't
same time. You
fucking
could
do
be
it.
helping somebody else who's actually
That
really
wants
appreciate it.
That wants it.
To a
Yeah.
person that's like, after they see the work, like they're going to see the paragraph you send them, they're like,
Probably not even read the whole fucking
Exactly.
thing. Just be like, okay, cool, appreciate it.
I'm saying it
just
from
applying.
experience,
Thank you
bro.
for-
I used to be like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
Negativity flowed around me for a long time, but
Yeah.
it was either, like you said, either you put that shit to the side and start doing something else. Somebody comes into your life, which is a baby that helps you do that,
Yeah.
or you're just
Yeah.
tired of the bullshit.
Right. Yeah, everybody. I think you always have a choice. I
Yeah.
think you always have a fucking. Unless you're in prison, like you always have a fucking.
Bro, even
choice.
in prison, you have
I
a
know,
choice.
that was just a stupid.
Nah, but that's cool though.
You're right.
That's good though. But that's good. That's good. But yeah, that. So going back to what you were saying, like some they were hitting you up.
Yeah. They were hitting me up, and I'm more than happy. And this is people I went to high school with,
Okay.
And it was very, very encouraging, and it made me. It brought me so much joy to see like a couple people that actually had bought some shit, of course, and invested their time and money into some shit that they wanted to do for themselves as well. So that shit made me happy,
Yeah.
But then there's gonna be those people that hit you up, that continuously hit you up, and like, hey, what's up with this, and blah blah blah. But I'm always willing to help people, bro.
Can you
Like,
see that?
I'm
though?
always willing to help
Can
people.
you see that now though? Like at this point, like or maybe not yet, but can you see the ones that really want to and the ones that don't? Can you get the vibe out the conversation?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good,
And
man.
even
That's
from a
that's-
fucking social media DM conversation, you can get that, you know? It's just, because I know how I am when I would talk to these dudes, and it's like, I'm very engaging, asking questions and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
it
You're
just,
asking the right questions.
It just depends, bro. Everybody's different, man.
That's really
Everybody's
good.
different.
Yeah. What's your
Everybody's
overall
different.
dream, bro? What's your goal? What's your goal in life? Like, what if when it's all said and done, what do you want established for yourself?
I want to be able to hand something to my son. I want to be able to hand like generational wealth down to my son, bro. That's what I honestly is my biggest goal.
I love it.
I honestly just want him to know that there's always a choice. There's always something that you can do if you want to do something different, handle. But if you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, want more for yourself.
Right.
Want don't just go with the norm. Don't do
settle.
whatever people. Don't fucking settle.
Everything.
That's
everything
perfectly
amazing-
summed up.
Yeah.
Don't settle.
Everything that happened like that's amazing and big and life changing was the risk that someone took.
Yes.
They stepped out of their shell, their box,
And you
they
know
went
what's
for it.
crazy is that I fucking guarantee you there's people that aren't as bright as you, and I'm stupid, but aren't bright as you guys, that are doing something that you wanted to do, but they just fucking took the chance.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, bro. I mean, I think that's my ultimate goal, is just to hand something down to my kid, and just to be comfortable in life, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
man.
want it all, but I just want to be comfortable. You
Yeah,
know?
that's the biggest fucking thing of all things.
I
is
want to be
comfort.
comfortable, bro. Like,
Like I'm on the saving tips, and like as much as you want to splurge, you got to really discipline yourself. You never had money before, so
Right.
you don't know how to act when you have it. But when you finally get it, it's kind of like now I'm trying. Like there's been a few times where I'm like ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and then I get comfortable and I go on a splurge, right? But this time where I'm saving, now I'm like, okay, this is the focus, this is the laser beam focus, and I'm going to save to a point where I have a goal, reach that goal, and then start over, make another goal
Yeah.
for the next time.
you gotta have delayed
Steps.
gratification during these
Yeah,
times,
man.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
you can't you receive a nice compensation check, commission check, or some shit like that, and you can't go splurge that shit.
Yeah, man.
As much as you want to. I have homies that are still doing their thing, partying, like, you know, doing everything like we were doing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, man, like, come on now, switch it
At a
up,
certain
baby.
point,
Let's go now.
Yeah, you're backtracking yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
back.
Try something new, man. The biggest thing, yeah.
Absolutely, and take action. I think if anything is fucking take action. Yes, educate yourself, but take action and do something. And that's speaking to myself too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Oh yeah.
Yup, same here.
What about you? What's your overall goal? What are you trying to do in life?
I
know you want to help people.
That's one of the biggest things I want to help. I'm going back to the conversation on just breaking that cycle. Yeah. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to educate the uneducated, the people that are just negative in life, to teach them something different. I mean, sometimes it kind of sounds like religion, and I'm not really too into religion. That's why I want to make that understanding.
Yeah.
Amen.
Get that clear.
Yeah, same. You're
but,
good. Same place.
Yeah, but that, I work in retail, so sometimes I see a lot of, people who have money and people that don't have money, and the biggest thing that I get to hear sometimes is, I don't want to deal with all that bull. And that's the part that kind of bothers me sometimes. I had a customer that came in and told me that. It's like, I come here because you guys are so easy. I don't want to take care of all this bull. That's your guys' job. To tell you the truth, that bull that you're talking about, that's stuff that you need to know. That's information that you have to know. Right. That's none of our bull. That's just us helping you. Mm-hmm. But since you don't know none of that bull, that's why you're here, and that's why you're struggling. That's why you can't move forward.
And that's why you get fucked over, too.
And then you start blaming. But that's where I want to be. Yeah, maybe it is a teacher sometimes, but it's more on just speaking real, bro. It's just like, all right, what bothers you? Why is it that you can't move forward in this? Mm-hmm. If I have that education, or not only that, the team that I built has that, that's your cup of tea right there. Yeah. So it's more of building the foundation to help the need, the poor, where I came from. I grew up in Linwood. I grew up right here in Boyle Heights. So I want to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
So this is something that I'm probably going to start from right here. Eventually, when I get the knowledge for it, that's one thing. If I have a family, even go by that. Like, it's, help the people that can't. That's how I know I'm probably going to do something good in life. Yeah. Besides that, I want to coach a team one day, in a park.
Nice.
That's cool. Coaching a team. I love sports. Yes, it's going to be football. But just stuff like that. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I think that's why my mind is just all over the place sometimes, because I'm not going to settle just for one thing.
Yeah.
I just want to be everywhere.
I feel you on that, bro.
Yeah, I do not know why. And I kind of been like that for a while.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because sometimes like the older you get, the more shelled in that you get. Your mind state kind of just shrinks to that and stays to that. But it feels like with the people around me, for the most part, the older they're getting, the more it's expanding.
Exactly.
More
times are changing, man.
Yeah, it's
times are changing, bro. Like, times are changing, man, and we need to adapt.
You can't really get this in any other country. It's a beautiful country to live in.
Correct. Regardless of the bullshit.
Regardless of the bullshit, we're a country where we can do, and we're free, and we can do whatever we want as long as we put our minds to and hard work to it.
Yes, sir.
And not for nothing, but it's almost like America wants you to make it happen and do well for yourself and get rich, because there's so many tax laws that will tax exempt you if you're making money with an LLC and companies and that's a whole nother subject, but it's like, goddamn, it's almost like America's rooting for you.
No, of course. And that's what it is. There's a lot of money to be made here.
Yeah.
I was just driving to Malibu last week. Driving through Malibu, through the backside of Malibu to get to the beach, every time I drive through a rich area, I just think, like, when you see these houses in the hills and how much land they have, and they're just, what the fuck do you do? Like, how much money are you shedding just to be here? I mean, we live in LA, El Sereno, but we live on this side of the bridge. Right. We're struggling to make our land. Yeah. You guys have half a mountain as your land. Like, what the hell do you do? How did you get there?
They either fucking got handed it to them from their family, or they made that shit happen, and it's like, it's wild. I talked to my son about that. I go, man, I want a beach house. Yeah. And so now that's our conversation. He goes, I want a beach house. I go, damn, a beach house.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, shit, hell yeah, I want a beach house too.
Yeah, bro.
We gotta work to make that happen.
Exactly. And do what you love and love what you do, man.
Exactly,
especially when you do it like that, you won't have a problem. You'll wake up in the morning 6 a.m., whether it's going to be 6 or 9, whatever, but you're going to love what you're going to do.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And I think helping people is like an ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. Like, you just want to be able to, whether it be somebody that didn't know and was scared to take their first step, or giving back to your community. Like, that's the ultimate goal, bro. Like, I love that shit. I would love to do the same thing. You
know? Oh yeah.
Okay, I'd like to open up like Boys and Girls Club shit and everything.
Yeah, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I wasn't. I mean, my aunts raised me and everything, and going to the Boys and Girls Club helped huge. I don't think they would ever even understood or notice who I was, but it's the fact that they put their step forward. I remember they had classes on interviews. I learned early on how to do an interview, like 14 years old.
That's really good.
Yeah, and that helps so much. Just like everything when it came to like sitting there looking straight forward and not chewing gum and all the basic things that
you look for.
I would have never even knew. Had I not went through that class, I would have failed every interview that I ever got.
You see? And you learned that at a young age. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, they don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you how to, they don't teach you how to file taxes in school. They don't teach you how to go through interviews.
That's what I'm saying, man.
These are things that you need to know as you grow up. As soon as you're 18 and you get a job, well, guess what you got to do in the following year? You got to file taxes. How am I going to do this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell your mom. Your mom probably doesn't have papers. She hasn't done taxes. Like, that's what I mean.
And this is all the basics.
Exactly.
This ain't even like
the whole other
realm of being fucking.
There's so much more to it, but it's
how do I go get a car?
Exactly. How do I not get fucked on an interest rate or an APR? How do I
exactly?
How
you
do
see stuff
what's
like
the difference
that
between leasing and financing? Like
that's the biggest thing right there.
Man, bro,
I had to ask my little cousin.
You know how did I find out about leasing and financing?
bro.
I had to find out by fucking T-Mobile when I was working there. What's the difference between leasing and financing? They told us how to do that because
rent or own, right?
Yes, simple terms, rent or own.
Yeah.
See that, and I had to learn that from a different job.
Yeah.
Not in school, not by getting a car, even though I got the car later. But that's what I mean.
See, and we're even taught to do that, like going back to like what we were taught, and it's like our families, just majority of them rent. All that fucking money you could have bought a fucking house.
But I mean, half of them, what they do is, I mean, I'm not trying to say half of whoever does, but you know what I see on my side of the family is, we come over here to work, just to put a house back where you came from.
And what are you talking about, Mexico?
Yeah, like a lot of our community, a lot of our family does that. You know, they come over here to work, and then they're building a house in Mexico. Don't get me wrong; it's where you're from, it's where you were born, and you love it. But I believe if you're from a place where you struggle to get out, why would you want to go retire there? And then you're gonna retire there. I mean, who knows? You might be happy, another baby might come along, or family might go over there. But why don't you do that? Why don't you retire somewhere else where it's more beautiful? And I'm not trying to talk shit about the land. I'm not.
Totally.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But if you work so hard to get out of there, why are you going to retire there?
Yeah, and there's a lot of families that do that. You're right.
I have family that do that.
You do?
Yeah, my family. I have family that are still doing that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong. But it's just the part that confuses me is you worked hard to get out. I'm not sure what hard to you means, but to me it's like, your sweat and tears.
Yeah.
I don't see you for 8 hours because you're busting your butt, mom or dad. You hardly can make food, or it's hard for us to get to school just to get money to go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
That's the part that kind of breaks my heart sometimes.
Yeah. I know. That is
but
tough.
If you go with a bunch of racks and shit, then I think you're...
That's a different story.
You go over there, you buy a fucking land.
You hit it big.
A fucking
Yeah.
farm.
Shit, and there's a lot of white people that go to Mexico and retire too.
Yeah, but that's but that's different for them. They were born here. They want to go retire somewhere else where they think is something different. Yeah, until they live, then they're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna use this as a beach home or vacation.
Yeah, and exactly that's what it is. An Airbnb for them.
Yup. A lot of times that's what it is because they generate the money back.
Yeah. What about you, Stix?
Yes, sir. Your goal.
Kind of the same thing, man. Kind of the same thing. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
At this age, it's still like you see something here and you like it, or you had dreams when you were younger. Those kind of pass. But I don't know. I've always wanted to do something like this. Is something I always wanted to do.
Absolutely,
where you're just expressing yourself. You're able to express yourself and help people in the process.
Yeah. Because you never know. There might be somebody that listens to this that might needed that motivation or some kick in the ass or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And this might have gave it to them,
And just give it the platform, like as we go on, and give the platform to people, whether it be artists, whether it be someone in the stocks, whether it be whatever it may be. Like we just to give the platform for the voices that can't be heard, man. It's and then to be able to pass on, like you said, a house to the kids, and like that with this car. My only mind state was. When I financed it, my mind state was, okay, by the time I'm done, I'll probably be at like 90,000 miles. Mm-hmm. Nathan will be out of high school. I'll be able to pass this card on to him.
That's a father talking.
You know what I mean? Like
that's a father mentality right there.
Those are like now, like it's crazy.
That's
responsible. Parenting's crazy. Parenting is nuts, bro, because it takes you so long. Like for me, like when I was younger, my mind state was just not responsible for shit.
Yeah,
I always just spend money that I shouldn't have spent, and the decisions I made. But now that I'm older, I can look back and think clearly now.
That's part. That's part of life. You have to. You have to hurt yourself.
Some people get it fast than others. Some people are more responsible, and they had that exampleship. And I had great examples. I just chose
not to.
Yeah. I chose stupid ways.
And I only have one kid. Yeah. So I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I got no kids, and I'm still struggling.
But it's crazy just to see them grow up, though. You know?
Man. Yeah, you're so invested, and you don't even realize how much you're invested because it comes naturally. Yeah. But you're so invested. Like my kids, they don't settle anything for nothing less than A's and certificates and everything. And if we want to like their whole room, we want to put like all their certificates all over the walls and everything. And it's beautiful to see the outcome of it. But if you just put the effort towards it, if you just put the mind focus towards it, and realize it's not about you anymore. And it's just about them. I feel like that's the one thing for me that it took, where it's not about you no more, Steve. It's not you. You have nothing to do with this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than you, like you said.
Of course.
It's
made the decision to bring other lives in the world, and it's like, okay, now here's your responsibility, and your you know.
Yep.
You got to make a life for them.
And go.
You got exactly. Yeah, there ain't no fucking parenting or how-to tutorial.
Yeah, there's no books, no. I mean, there's books out there,
but there ain't no motherfucking books.
Yeah, bro.
And nobody is ever ready, bro.
I can't
Fuck
even
all
read.
that bullshit. Nobody's ever ready.
Yeah,
Nobody's ever ready.
No, I don't care what age you are.
Exactly. How much money you have, you ain't never ready because it brings a whole nother side of you,
bro.
You know,
seriously,
it brings a whole nother side of you.
Seriously.
But it's awesome.
What you guys think is pretty crazy how your mindset, and why I say you guys, because you guys have kids, how you guys value life a lot more when you guys bring a life in instead of valuing your life at first. Like, look at the mentality you guys have right now as fathers. Like, you guys you guys are speaking as in, when I was younger, or before kids were alive, or before they got into the picture. Your mindset was different. I guess it was more of not valuing your life. But once you brought one in, you're like, wait. This has to change because this is my life right now. This is my babies. You know?
The scariest part too is that you can feed that to your children, but it's up to them to go forth with it. They have their own minds, and you're a parent, but also you're just a spectator at the same time. You're guiding them. You could tell them, hey, don't turn this way, don't turn that way. But at the end of the day,
they're gonna do what they want.
It's their choice, and
I do think that a lot of the morals and stuff, like the stuff that you teach them, I think it really shapes them too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, I think like with your kids, like you're very involved with them and everything like that. I know me as an adult, I think a lot about what my dad told me, a lot about like what my mom told me, and those things stick with you. Yeah. Those things stick with you, and it's like, okay. So I agree with you. He's like, your kids
both your parents are dope as fuck, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
You got the dopest fucking parents ever.
Thank you. I'm definitely thankful for both of them, man.
Man.
That's good.
Regardless of the shit, like, hell yeah, I'm very grateful for them. They're both good people.
Yeah. Beautiful hearts.
Somewhat different people.
Yeah. And they strive, they're survivors. It's great.
You can tell, man. I mean, we got the homeboy right here. That's the results, the hard work. I mean, come on, he's teaching his own kids right now, so you can tell.
That's one thing with you too. Like, that, if there's anything, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, bro, but you have this like demeanor to you and this positivity to you that can't be shook. You have your own mind, and it's a beautiful thing to see because it's a glimpse of life that not everybody gets to see every day, and people draw to that, and the fact that you use it to better the world every time, whether it's a simple conversation, that's a beautiful thing, man.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, my man. For real, like that's love right there. Because man, I mean, I think you get what you put out. I'm a firm believer in that shit. I'm a big believer in energy and all that shit.
All right.
So it's like I think like you put out to the world what you want to get, and hopefully it comes back.
And you get that back.
Yeah, I appreciate that though, bro. Thank you, my man. I got it. You got to. There's a lot of people that. Like I said, just need that extra push, and you gotta be there and be that extra push. I mean, I remember when we did our music thing, you would help me out and be like, "Come on, bro, like you do it," and I had the confidence like a motherfucker to go up there and start flowing,
Motivation.
So, those were crazy times, bro.
That was a crazy time.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Some of the craziest fucking moments ever. That Key Club moment, I can never ever shake out.
Opening
my head,
up for
bro.
the Yin Yang Twins.
Oh, okay. I was there. That was a badass show.
Like an old head back in my day.
Yeah, for real, that's how I feel. We did. What did we do? Whiskey a Go Go and Key Club, right?
Yeah, man.
That was dope.
That was pretty
rocked
dope.
That shit. That just the energy was just so live and beautiful.
That was a good time, man. Mm-hmm. That was a fucking good time.
That's like with the same. I used to be so hungry for the music with the same hunger for music as now turned into the podcasting now. Now like the focus is different. Like I spoke on it before, but music just brought like a dumb side to me, a bad side.
You think so?
Yeah, man. It's just not. It's not me. Rap is real. Like I'm this, I'm that.
Egotistic.
Yeah, and I'm not that.
You're far. You're far from that.
I mean, music is music, bro. Like when I heard you spit your music, I've never got any negativity off of it.
Right.
Your voice was different, your energy was different. Even though, yeah, some music was about the struggle, some music was about fun time, whatever it is.
Yeah.
As a listener and as a fan, I would not think anything negative from it. Maybe you did because you're the person that made the music.
The mind state that it puts on you, it's not
But
healthy.
he's right though, 100%. Because the music that you put out, it was never,
bro.
It was like more like on some pop shit. Like it was more like let's spread some love and let's spread some real shit. Yeah. And fuck, I mean, shit, you were like one of the best fucking flows artists that I've ever heard, bro.
You stop being too hard on yourself, bro. Like
self-reflection, bro. Self-reflection is huge.
Self-reflection is
when you're just like looking back and you're looking at your actions and what you've done and how you approach things and what it's huge.
The good thing about growing up, bro, is just maturing.
Growth. Yeah. That's what it is, bro. Growth.
Maturing, bro. You learn from your mistakes.
The biggest thing is to realize that your flaws and work on them and fix them and shit like that.
And that takes a lot of hard work.
I was gonna say, ultimately, I think that's what a lot of people's issues are. Is that like that they won't be the first to call out what their
their own flaws are.
Yeah, what their own flaws are, you know? And a lot of people get defensive. I get defensive.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get very, very defensive very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's just like those insecurities roaring on the motherfucker, It's
just,
gotta control yourself.
Yeah, control yourself. It's like, bro, chill, sheesh.
Not that serious.
Smoke some weed.
There you go. How long you been smoking weed for now?
Ooh.
This is the
why you gotta put him on the spot like that, bro?
Damn, like this guy is a weed advocate. If anything, I thought you would be. I thought you would have like your own field,
really,
and weed farm.
Well, I mean, I managed a fucking weed store.
Joe's Bud.
I managed a weed store, so I came somewhat close to
man.
I guess.
How was that experience right there? I mean, working in the cannabis field and
it was interesting, but fuck. I was gonna say I know beep, but some of the people that came with it were just goddamn a trip.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's in any type of work.
Anything, right? Anything. But I was okay. Well, I'll put it this way. I managed Sprint, right? And so obviously Sprint and selling cannabis, it's different, but it's similar in a lot of ways.
Kind of.
Right?
Okay.
But at Sprint, I had a lot of like yourself hungry people, right? Like you want to make it happen. Right?
Okay, I got it.
You're getting an incentive, right?
Yes,
getting
sir.
An incentive to do so. So at the cannabis place, it was we taught hospitality and we taught upselling and we taught everything I learned at Sprint. We had to teach to a lot of millennials like myself, young kids with their first real jobs, if you will.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it this way: a lot of people just
don't want to work.
Did not want to work.
Yeah, man.
And it's like motherfucker.
That's me, bro. That's why I don't smoke, bro. That's why I don't be smoking like.
That's why I do.
I'm lazy. I'm the lazy guy.
Really?
Okay.
I'm the guy that will just sit down all day and not do shit. And nothing productive will come out of my fucking day if I.
I can be both. I can be both sides.
Yeah.
I can be lazy like that. I guess it just depends on the people that I hang around with and I smoke with.
Okay.
So I mean, if we're doing something, we're all active and we're smoking whatever it is, then for sure I'm gonna be up there with you. Now, also a lot of times what it has to do is, I guess, the type of bud. Indica to sativa. He wants to wait until I hit it. Be like, I want to see how active you are right now.
All that shit you talk about. That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I do believe, just like you said, I mean, it's the type of people that you hang around with. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of it has to do with what you're smoking too. I mean, come on, educate yourself on what you're smoking.
Correct.
If you want to smoke indica, you're going to be a couch potato. Yeah. You want to be a sativa, you're still going to be kind of uplifting. You still
it's a head high.
Yeah, it's a head high opposed to a body high. And then there's people that take dabs. That's a different story.
I'd be taking some dabs too.
Bro, I love dabs, but I can't do that if I have to be serious.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I'll be dead. I'll be like you, bro. We're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, bro, we're sitting there. We're gonna stare at our phones for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think it's just because it's become so fucking like in my blood.
You're so immune to it.
THCA positive and shit.
Every fucking time you could do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I wish.
Basketball,
but most things.
No, like when you're high, you just you go.
Yeah,
Bro, it's like I can't like, especially with driving. Like I just
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's different for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking different for everybody. But cannabis, I love me some fucking weed.
I wish I could. I wish I could just be processing, smoking weed all day and processing. I'd be the fucking man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, especially if you're having one of those days where you're like, fuck, motherfucker, like, stressed a little bit. You're feeling like that weight.
The end of
Nothing
day
like
goals,
a good hit.
Beautiful.
Yes.
When you're just at home,
just chilling, you're gonna end.
That's beautiful.
Just relax.
Yeah,
I know.
First thing in the morning, oh man, I'm sitting there. Nah, man.
Nah, I can't do this.
I'm a fucking bum.
Start getting paranoid.
Yeah, man.
I remember the first time. Do you guys remember the first time you smoked weed?
Yeah.
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 I think so.
Oh,
one of the first times.
What about
Pretending.
Oh, I definitely remember mine.
Oh yeah.
I definitely remember mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit was my first job was when I was in high school, and I was working at Yoshinoya.
Okay.
That was my first job, and I wanted to get that job because I'm a fat boy, right? And I didn't want to work at McDonald's or anything where I was going to eat the food.
Okay.
So Yoshinoya was semi-healthy, so I was like, okay, this sounds right? So when
it got rice and
I
vegetables.
know. Our vegetables, I mean, we're good, right?
It's meat.
Oh man.
One day I was a cashier and I was working with the cook, and it was a slow night, and we went into the freezer and he had a little sneaker toke. And this is probably, I don't know, fucking 11 years, I don't know,
Damn.
12 years ago.
A while ago, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
When you first started.
Yeah, about 11 years ago, whatever. So, decade ago. And fucking
Damn.
I know. And I fucking had a hit of a sneaker toke, a small little pipe thing in the freezer at Yoshinoya.
Yeah.
And your boy was fucking lit of some fucking old school street kush. My first time smoking this shit.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a customer I had to go after and then do the order. I couldn't talk. I
No.
couldn't talk.
Did you laugh?
I was faded. I was fucking faded. I'm pretty sure I laughed. I don't remember what happened. But I will never forget that was my first time smoking. And yeah, all downhill from there.
Mine, I was in Kansas with my brother.
Oh, I forgot you were in Kansas.
Yeah,
God damn,
I was over there with my brother, and I had never smoked in my life, and he would always tell, like, my girl and the kids came back to Cali, and I was over there for a while to take care of some things. And he's like, yo, let's smoke. He kept saying no. Finally, I was pissed off about something. I don't know what it was, something stupid. I was like, let's smoke, man. And so he taught me how to smoke. Like, he taught me how to smoke. So I'm sitting in the room, and I'm asking him, like, yo, when's this shit supposed to hit? Like, it'll hit in a second. Man, what? And I started looking at my hands. I'm like, what the fuck?
You start seeing your cells and everything just moving.
No, like, it was just like a different visual. Like, you're high. Like, it was crazy. And I'm like,
distortion.
what the fuck? And I remember he walked by. He's like, it hit you yet? I'm like, nah. And I tried to fucking hide behind my fucking hand.
Don't see me. Does it look like it hit me, motherfucker?
He's like, I could see you, dumbass. Anyway, he flipped the fuck. I was sleeping on a mattress. He fucking flipped the fucking mattress over. I never laughed so much in my fucking life from that day.
See, it's
and
the best.
After that,
nothing but positive.
Yeah, after that, it was. I remember watching movies, American Gangster, which is still my favorite movie. I fell so deep into that. There was a Biggie movie that went out too. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, it was crazy.
See,
man. Great
you
times.
always remember it. What about you, bro? What was your first time? If you remember.
Yeah, no, I remember. I was it was with some of my friends, obviously, but they were older than me. Growing up, I was around a lot of older people. So they were like, I think in high school, I was in middle school. We just went to one of the high schools in Linwood, and we just all kicked it together. It was like a normal, regular thing, but for me, it was kind of different because I did not know what I was expecting.
Right.
I'm just around these people, and then obviously they started growing a little bit. Yeah. They got a little bit taller in my vision, but it wasn't a bad experience. It was just a normal one. I know it's kind of boring, but it was just normal, to tell you the truth. Just got high for the first time. I felt weird. I did not know why I was getting hungry. So it was just like, what the hell? Let's go get some food. It was kind of like, the half-baked, how it started. Yeah. Just, they're hungry. They're going to the store, and there's a lot of, like, candy, and candy's big. Yeah. Similar like that. It was just, I was hungry. We went to McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, and then we were just skating, bro. But I swear, when we were skating, it was, like, something that I could not do. Like, I was looking at the board, and I would
imagine. Fuck.
Why is my foot stuck on those grip tape or anything like that? Like, it was
tripping
weird.
on everything.
What if I fall?
Yeah. Oh, like, it was weird, obviously, a little bit. But after a while, I guess after eating, that's when everything got way better. Yeah, but I don't know.
I guess that's probably the science behind it. First time you get high.
Yeah, you get hungry, you get the munchies.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you get high, if you're around people, you'll probably be able to process better.
What about what about other psychedelics? You guys ever done like shrooms or
LSD?
mushrooms or anything? You done LSD?
Yeah.
Damn, you're
dope. dope. I don't advise anybody to do that ever. Don't do that, guys. Don't do it. But it was one of the best fucking feelings of my life.
Yeah.
Bro. Amazing.
Can you explain in like a few words or
so like it started like I there was a little strip, right? And then you put it, I think it was under my tongue. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of like
and I was there, and I was sitting there for like maybe a half hour to 45 minutes. Then I took it out, and nothing was happening. I did like half a little strip, so they're like the full square, and then I did half the strip. And then I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for something to kick in. Nothing's kicking in. Nothing's kicking in. Me and my girl watching Purple Rain.
Oh, damn.
So she goes to the restroom.
Oh, shit.
All right, and I'm sitting there, and I'm staring at the TV, and all of a sudden the colors just got like brighter.
Yeah.
But like it like warm. And I'm just like, man, this is a great movie. And fucking Prince's legs start like wobbling, like going weird. And then my girl comes back to the restroom. She goes, you need to go to the restroom. You need to go to the restroom. You need to stare at the towels. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I get up, I go to the restroom, and all of a sudden, like, the towels are like, I don't know, like the patterns of it were just moving. The wall was like
She
breathing.
did it with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I don't want to put on back.
I know, I was going to say sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry for doing that. But
Oh,
edit that out.
no, that's it.
What you was going to say? She said
There's no secrets
not
here.
that innocent.
Oh, man.
She is.
So,
Those were many moons ago.
Yeah. No, seriously, it was a long time
Long
ago.
time
But
ago.
yeah, it was fucking dope, man. You just feel so positive. You feel like
Yeah. It does. It brings out like a...
you tried it.
Not that specifically.
You tried it?
Shrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've done shrooms, and I kind of felt something similar to that.
Yeah,
where it's just
man,
like,
everything
fuck,
just
like,
feels
yeah,
good.
this feels great.
To the
you know?
touch, like it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
Amazing. What about you? You do
Shrooms?
shrooms?
Nah, shrooms was pretty crazy.
I want to try.
It's
shrooms one
fun.
day.
It's like relaxing, I would say.
Yeah, it's really relaxing.
What is
Depends
that
on.
after like the next day.
I think
Like
I
you got hit by
remember
a
being
truck?
sluggish.
Yeah, more like worn out.
Yeah.
Like it took
that's-
a lot of energy off of you.
That's what LSD felt like. I felt like I got hit by a fucking truck.
Yeah, just
The
being
next
worn
day.
out and shit.
I believe a lot of psychedelic drugs will probably be like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Come down
All the
type of thing.
serotonin
Yeah.
fucking drained out of you.
But psychedelics are fun though.
Yeah, man.
I think if you're in the right mindset and
Uh-huh.
if you have the right people around you and you're in a fun, good place, good, area, I think it's
Yeah, I just
10 out
got-
of 10 recommend.
Yeah.
Scared of a bad trip. Like I hear people on bad trips.
Yeah.
Man. When I was on LSD, I was like, there was nothing bad about that whatsoever. Like that was the most.
He just probably got tripped out on some shit, or somebody probably get tripped out on some shit. You know?
Or you go deep into it. You took too much.
Or
You
that.
don't want to go that.
You
You
got
don't want to go
microdose.
that far.
How much have you taken? What's the
Oh,
most?
well, for shrooms, I think the most I've taken was like a full eighth.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
Yeah.
the full
That's
eighth.
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, I don't know.
I think that's normal
Yeah, I think
for
that's
the
normal.
person that really does it. If
Yeah.
not, you take half, or you just take like little.
Does it hit you
little,
automatically, like instantly?
No.
it takes like a good 30-40 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess it's all different. I don't know how long it
It
took
took
for
me
you.
about
Like for
45
the
minutes.
LSD, it took like 2 hours, 2 to 3
Yeah.
hours later.
I don't know. That's pretty crazy.
I was already bummed out. I was already like after that. I was like,
He's
man,
like,
fuck,
dude,
this shit
it's a
ain't
dud.
happening.
It's a dud.
And then you're like, oh my god, these fucking towels.
Yeah, yeah. The towel started breathing. The wall started bleeding too.
Nah, psychedelics are the shit. I agree 100%.
Yeah, man. Well,
Well,
I think that's.
All right.
We're headed.
we ended with the psychedelics here.
I
The
know,
camera-
for real.
My apologies, guys. The cameras went out. I ran out of storage somehow.
Is
somewhere.
that recording?
No.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
more.
Not no more.
No, it's just memes.
All
Ran
right.
out of
Well,
data.
gentlemen, it's still an honor to be a part of this, and that was awesome. I really
My
appreciate it.
brother, we appreciate you coming.
I'll be
fucking-
Thank
back-
you
I'll be
very
back soon
much.
When I get on some other venture. Or some
Hell
shit.
yeah. We appreciate you.
Thank you
man.
for that
We gotta do
little
this again.
educating on the stock.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
a little small
Yeah.
little thing. I'll come back when I know a little bit
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
Alright.
We definitely got to do this shit again, man.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
It was really, it was really fun.
You guys continue doing your thing, bro. This is badass for real, for real. Like, I'm really proud of both of you guys. This is
Thank you,
this is
brother.
dope, man.
Thank you very
Keep it
much.
up.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right, fuck faces.
All right, fuck
we appreciate
faces.
you. Episode number 7. Y'all have a good fucking night, day, work day, whatever the
Thank
fuck it
you.
is.
Hello.
Later.
That was fucking dope.